the Rated R Wrestling Podcast.
Rated R Wrestling Podcast. Go! Uncensored and unapologetic. Rated R Wrestling starts now.
Hey, yo.
Hey guys, what's going on? This is Aaron, aka Stud Muffin Supreme.
And it's the return of the Rain Man here, folks. The Rain Man is back. I have no name this week, so I am now the Rain Man.
Kyle Hartman.
That's
Yeah.
right.
And I am always Michael the Motherfucker, and this is the Rated R Wrestling Podcast.
Episode 31.
31.
And you could say, instead of saying, hey yo, it could be, hey bro. Huh?
Hey, bro.
Kind of foreshadowing what we're
Hey.
doing.
I can't do it. Hey, bro.
Hey,
There
what's
we go.
up, bro?
Hey,
It
listen,
took me
bro.
a different approach. Now I got it. Hey, bro.
Yeah. Today we are going to be talking about not only Vince Russo, but we will be talking about his arch enemy in life,
James E. Cornette.
James E. Cornette. We're going to be hitting them both in a double whammy today.
Wham bam.
That's right. We're going to ask a very important question today. Who is better in wrestling? Who had better ideas or
That's
something?
one of the questions.
Or something
we
like
had.
that.
Yeah, I mean,
We'll definitely
your
go over.
opinions may vary. It's very subjective, but we all have our own opinions about those two gentlemen, and we'll be discussing that today.
And you can all say if you're Team Cornette or Team Russo.
Yep. Before we get started with that, though, a couple things.
Spit in my throat.
I would like to publicly say that I was not as prepared as I should have been. I want to publicly say that Mr. Coomer, Big Papa Coom, congratulations. You, I believe you had the better of me. Not necessarily in subject matter, but I believe you were much more prepared than I was. I was not expecting you to pull out the notebook, nor did I expect you to reveal that you were once a debate coach. I thought you actually were on a debate team, but I didn't realize you were a coach. So, still disagree with you on certain points. That's fine. But thank you, sir. We will be doing that again, definitely next time. And
And
Kyle,
you got to deal with me. You get me.
if we do another great debate, it will likely be Kyle that will be stepping up to Big Papa Coom.
and I don't need a notebook.
Well, your notebook's in your head.
It's all up here.
It's his autism, and he chooses how to use it.
Yes.
Coom, you better tread lightning with the tism.
Yes.
Yes.
And
I will not pull no punches.
no.
I'm more stiff in debates.
Speaking of Big Dan Coomer,
Big Papa Coom.
the WWE title picture scene's probably going to give him a heart attack.
Within the next week or two, yes.
Because you got Sami Zayn as champion, which he hates. He's got to face Cody Rhodes, who he hates. And potentially CM Punk, who he also hates, is going to get involved. So
let's
Monday
check
night
on-
may not be a good night for Daniel Coomer at the Coomer residence.
If we see the roof of his house blow up, we know why. We know why.
They should lean really hard into the Sami Zayn thing. Like take him like almost the Muhammad Hassan route. Just and just fucking take him pure villain.
Come out with the fucking headdress.
Fly the Saudi flag as his fucking Titantron. Just lean into this hard. Just give him clearly fucked up, but there's a way you can fix this.
We can bring back Kazuro Davari.
Oh, God. Yeah, yes.
Bring back. Is he
Or don't have Sami Zayn speak it. I think that would almost be more authentic.
bring Sean Davari in?
Yeah.
Does he still work for them?
I don't know. I don't think...
I think there are other people they could find that would fill that role fairly well, though. We don't have to go bring Davari out of whatever retirement. I'm sure he's probably in.
We don't have to call him Davari. We just call him Sheikh Abdul Bashir.
yeah. But yeah, run with that. That's a great idea.
Bring back his original TNA theme.
Not with the plane crash. No.
Oh shit! Never mind. Never mind.
But yeah. So we're gonna go to. We have one cool thing we can talk about for this day in wrestling history, July 5th, 2026. 10 years ago today, the Final Deletion aired.
The Final
I
Deletion.
think that was just fate.
that was perfect timing.
So, Kyle, what are your thoughts on the Final Deletion?
I must say, at the time, I was like, what in the hell is this? Because I'd never seen anything like that up until that point. Because that was really the first true cinematic match we really got. It's like
of that nature.
of that magnitude, because
It was like a movie.
it was, because we've had like kind of cinematic style matches in the past before 2016, but they were like very heavily like edited and like,
Well,
I don't know.
So like the Iron Circle match,
like the Iron Circle, the King of the Road match,
but this was like
a movie.
a sci-fi supernatural type of deal.
I remember.
Almost similar to, I would compare it to the Undertaker AJ match, kind of inspired by this match.
Oh yeah, this was definitely the prototype to those future cinematic matches.
Yes.
And let's face it, this really got TNA back into talks, because at the time nobody was talking about TNA.
That's what drew my attention back to him, because I had not really paid any attention to him at that point.
Me too, because after they left Spike, I was like, well, I can't fucking watch them now. Because
And
they're on
as-
some random ass network.
As silly as that shit was,
It was so
it
damn
saved
silly.
the Hardys' careers.
Yes, and this was after Matt got his, like, he lost the match at, like, Slammiversary, and he all of a sudden snapped
Yeah.
and became broken.
Well, this is what led them to get their job back in WWE the year later.
Yes, this was that push to get him back.
Except they couldn't say broken, so he was now woken.
Yes.
Which if he would have said that now, it's been very little
It would be a very different meaning now.
Oh, yeah, woken's different
Well,
now.
even
yeah.
back then, it was kind of in the back of my mind.
Oh,
Yes, woken.
But it wasn't quite as prevalent yet.
Think about it. We got
But anyway, that's here nor there.
the debut of Gardner Benjamin
yes.
in this. Yes,
Senor Benjamin.
Senor Benjamin.
And the Lake of Reincarnation,
yes,
the dilapidated boat.
we basically got an introduction to the whole Hardy lore in this match.
George Washington was reincarnated into a giraffe.
Yes, and the lawnmower,
And
the lawnmower. Yeah,
not only that
Wasn't
concept.
there a weed eater?
Yes.
I think there was a weed eater. Yes,
That concept spun 3 companies. TNA, it went to WWE, it was used there, and then it was used in AEW.
yes, it was.
Yeah.
They each wanted to have their own spin on it.
Yes.
And then we really didn't see the Hardy compound all that much up until this, so we got an introduction to the Hardy compound.
Yes.
And then, like I said, the whole lore, because they were just the Hardy Boys at this point, but we got like a whole lore opened up about these guys now.
I would like to step in and say, is the Hardy compound inspired by the Wyatt compound?
I mean, the Wyatts
That was
did
a little
kind of...
first.
The Wyatt's compound was first, I think.
Maybe Hardy is like, I want to do that, but more.
Well, it's funny you mention that, because I'm pretty sure a few weeks after the final deletion, WWE did their own version of it with the New
You know what?
Day,
You're right.
with the New Day and the Wyatts at the Wyatt
technically
compound.
speaking,
Yes.
the Hardys did it first.
They did it first because
I was thinking the Randy Orton.
oh, that was after too.
Yeah,
the House of Horrors,
yeah.
House of Horrors match. Yeah,
Yeah, that was the same year that the Hardys came back to WWE, so that was a year after the final deletion.
Well, stand, well, shoot me in the dick. All right.
And it came
Make
full,
it a damn small cat, like a BB gun or something. Don't blow my damn rig off, bro.
and then it came full circle when Bray and Matt Hardy had their own deletion match.
yes. And then
the ultimate deletion.
the ultimate deletion, or the final. Well, this
it
was the final.
it was the
deletion, yeah.
ultimate deletion.
The ultimate.
The
okay.
Ultimate Warrior. What?
The ultimate. Can you imagine if Warrior would have been still alive? Would he have participated in this?
That might have been up his alley,
He'd be like,
actually.
The Saudis would have wanted him to be the champion.
We want the ultimate.
Think about it. Like, if we could get him to speak Arabic in his promo, they'd have tent poles underneath them.
Yeah.
Dude, imagine Ultimate Warrior in a headdress. You could
Do the infidel yell.
Oh my god. Would he be still called the Ultimate Warrior, or would they change his name?
The Ultimate Arabian Warrior.
The Ultimate Infidel.
Oh,
He has the power.
Oh my god. Dude, can you imagine him in the Hardy compound? Oh man.
Yes, that was probably slightly offensive, but this
We are
is an
unapologetic.
uncensored and unrated podcast. So
Yeah, we are very so if you don't like it,
These opinions are for the Rated R Wrestling Podcast and the Rated R Wrestling Podcast only.
warning, do not repeat the political views on this Rated R Wrestling podcast.
go fuck yourself.
Yeah.
If you don't, exactly. Off is the direction you can fuck.
But yeah, the big Hardy final deletion thing happened on this day 10 years ago.
Yes.
It wasn't the first thing they filmed.
No. And damn sure not.
Oh, there apparently is a hair on my microphone.
We're hairy bastards.
But yeah,
It ain't my hair either.
that was 10 years ago. So,
Yes.
all right, bros.
Bros?
Bro.
All right. So, in case you're living
Keep a bro
under
counter here.
a wrestling rock or some sort of rock you live under.
Unless you're Patrick Starr.
Yep. I would imagine most people.
Or born after a certain point. I think a lot of our younger audience would.
That's fair.
Yeah, that's true. If we have younger people
But
watching.
for the most people out there, you should know by now who Vince Russo is.
Vinny Roo.
Vince Russo.
And his arch nemesis, Jim Cornette.
James E. Cornette.
Now, Jim Cornette has the largest wrestling podcast scene out there on the internet land. And Russo's got his own thing out there that I occasionally listen to as well.
From his basement.
Well, you never know. His basement might be like a man cave.
Or an office basement.
Yeah.
I mean, Jim and Brian do theirs from a fucking office.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, Cornette does with Castle Cornette.
Well,
so.
Coomer made the comment about...
They just call that his house.
Yeah.
It's just his house.
I know.
And Last Manor, it's just Brian's house.
Yeah.
Yeah, just like this is the Elevation Studio, but we're in my kitchen.
That's right.
Elevation Studio...
Mark
North?
Part 2.
Yes, north. The northern elevation.
Yeah, this is northern. Yes.
And shit, even in our southern location, it's his kitchen too.
So we are the kitchens in Elevation Studios. Yes.
Yeah.
So what point were you trying to bring up with Coom? What he said?
Well, he mentioned last week that Nash was in his basement, but it was actually his office that could have been in a basement.
Hey, Coom, that's not my fucking basement.
I have a fucking dedicated podcast office. What do you got, bro?
You got an office out of high school. What's that?
I heard you were sweeping floors.
You got a show?
Well, for some reason, Kyle thinks Daniel was a janitor.
I may got him confused with somebody else. I think so.
Either that or you just really want him to be a janitor.
Yeah.
Please send us footage of you sweeping floors so we can entertain Kyle, Dan.
Even if you have to AI it, we'll use it. Big Papa Coom's sweeping up the poop.
We'll damage the water supply just a little bit to pull that off.
Oh yeah, we need just a little bit of water supply.
I'd prefer regular, good old-fashioned footage. That way we save the water supply.
There you go. But
fuck AI. That's what I think. Too.
Yep. Fuck you, AI and Skynet.
But that's my personal opinion, not necessarily the opinion of the podcast.
We don't need Skynet taking over our planet.
No.
Dun, 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 dun. But yeah, let's get Coom to sweep up the poo.
But yes. All right. So Vince Russo and Jim Cornette, two popular personalities in the wrestling business, peaking in the 1990s. Though Vince, he wasn't an on-screen character until the very end of the 90s.
Like 2000. Yeah.
Maybe, I don't even think, maybe.
Well, okay, technically it was 99 when he was the powers that be, so.
Well, he wasn't shown
on screen.
his
He
face.
was behind, but you could hear his voice.
Jim Cornette was also he's a prolific manager, promoter, on-screen personality through many different federations.
Well, he's been around since the 80s too, so
Yes.
he has a longer longevity than Russo. And he started off as a photographer too.
Yes.
Yeah, he was.
So,
yeah.
The point of this episode today is we're going to go kind of talk about our favorite things about these both these guys, and then the shittier things.
And there is some shit.
Because as much as I love Jim, there's some things about him that I don't agree with.
Yes.
And
Political.
Sorry.
to some, maybe, yes. I was thinking more along the lines of some of his wrestling opinions, but that's just me. But
Sure.
Well, among other things.
yes, we will get to that, definitely. But to get things started, I would like to ask each one of you guys, what's your all's first memory of either Russo, Cornette? What are your first memories of them? And what did you think about them when you first noticed them?
Well, let me step in here. So, my first opinion, thoughts of Russo came from Nitro airings. I very much, due to the lack of availability of USA on good old Williamstown cable. Fuck Williamstown cable.
he's got a lot of fucks to give out today.
Watching just WCW. So that was my first introduction to wrestling. Was good old 90s Nitro.
WCW.
So I saw a lot of the Vince Russo stuff, including, I think, him eventually becoming champion and all that stuff. I had a mixed opinion of Russo as a kid when that originally aired. I mean, it was cool because it was a different presentation, you know.
Yeah.
Yes.
But as to do that for a whole show, I don't think that's, as an adult, I don't think that's the formula. I think if you can somehow mix that in just a little bit, instead of let it be a whole show, that's probably the best thing.
That's fair. What about you?
So my first memories of Vince Russo, oh man. So my memories of wrestling started coming around when he was long gone from WWE and WCW. But I started hearing about him from years from now, that he was the guy who was in the writing room in the Attitude Era and all that. And that's where I started coming around. But the first time I ever saw him, out of all places, WCW Backstage Assault.
Was he in that?
He was a playable character in there.
Yeah, it makes sense around that time. Think about the storylines.
I didn't. Yeah, so you had to beat the hardcore gauntlet like multiple times to unlock Vince Russo or something.
Oh wow!
I unlocked him and I said, "Who the hell is Vince Russo?" And then I completely forgot about it. And then as the years went on with TNA came around, everyone's like, "Oh yeah, Vince Russo writes that too." I'm like, "Who's that?" And that's when I started hearing about. Well, he wrote in the Attitude Era and all that shit.
Mind you, his start into the business was as a magazine editor.
Vic Venom.
Yes, he went by the alias of Vic Venom.
And then before that, wasn't he on the radio or something? Or
I think he did. He did some sort of radio show with John Arezzi, and then he also ran a video store.
His bullshit video store with his butt buddy Ed Ferrara.
No, he didn't. He didn't.
Don't get me wrong, ladies and gentlemen. I would love to be on the radio. If you need a DJ, hit me like Michael the motherfucker up.
Yeah,
radio stations.
One of our local radio stations here fired a good DJ, so
R.I.P. Chris.
We got an opening at WEBN. So.
R.I.P. Kid Chris from WBN. I mean, he's not dead, but he got fired. But
yeah,
So Shroom, if you're listening,
fuck you, iHeartMedia.
Yeah, fuck you. We got all kinds of fuck yous to give out today. It's gonna be fuck you mania running wild.
Yeah, cool.
But hey, Shroom, if you're listening, let us in, bud. Let us in.
You got a wrestling segment you want to talk about? Let's do that.
Hey, if you need to promote any local wrestling in Cincinnati, we will gladly come on and help you guys out with that.
Yeah, we'll do something. Throw a dog a bone here.
We'll help promote an upcoming SmackDown in Cincinnati. Up and it's gone.
We'll do a show on the premises of a show if necessary.
You might have
set up a tent, a booth outside. And,
fuck it, I'll do it. Just supply the beer and hot dogs, please.
We have a tent or a booth. We can get one.
Dick's Sporting Goods not sponsored.
I don't know that.
We have ways to get stuff. Also, you might want to keep your finger on the censor button there, WBN.
We say bad words.
We are bad people. Unless we're on satellite radio, and then we can get uncensored on there.
Which, Daniel, I am working on the censored version of last week's episode. I'm trying to get that. So hold on to your horses. I'll get that.
We have to wait.
Many curse words.
Well, wait a minute.
You know what? But did you read his comment on Facebook? He said, and I quote, what was that?
What the fuck was that?
I don't know. Somebody
Our
talk.
phones.
I think a ghost came in, folks.
No, but
hold on. It said, "Got it. Let me know what you need what you need help with on that censored episode."
Your phone talk.
AI! Gemini AI! Fuck you!
Oh, gosh! Cooper, are you listening? Is your ears burning?
Oh, God. Well, shit.
Oh, my fucking God.
Coomer's not a prolific cursor, so I told him that I would create a censored version of the podcast last week. So I made it apparent to try not to say as many curse words.
I would have failed.
But the problem is he messaged me and he said, everything was fine, but that segment with your brother at the beginning, he cursed more times in that 1 minute than there was in the entire 3-hour podcast.
So you're telling me I have to debate with a PG guy? Oh, no.
Well, I mean, he does curse occasionally, but he's not as open
He's
with it
not
as you.
like us.
Yeah.
Where we're just...
Well, Coon, you're not going to have fun when we do our debate. Welcome to hell, motherfucker! Ah!
But anyway, back to Vince Russo.
Anyway,
he was Vic Venom. He worked in the WWE magazine, and he wrote a lot of stuff for them in the magazine.
Yes.
Eventually, he was brought on to the creative team, in which
much
he
to the chagrin of Jim Cornette.
yes,
Well, that, and then plus he made that. If y'all, he showed up on Live Wire as Vic Venom, and he ripped into Vince for shootsies on there.
oh yeah. He
he
was
goes,
very
Look at this production value, Vince. Look at this product. I could be better.
yes. He was very open and critical about the product with the company he worked for.
What made me cheese is when he goes, "How can this show be so awful?" And Vince is like, I didn't know it was. Secretly, he's like, I'm going to fucking kill you. I'm going to fucking kill you. Yeah, I'm going to beat the fuck out of you.
But
Fuck your wife.
he wanted. Oh god.
I'm gonna fuck you. I'm gonna shit on her head. I got the mech daddy.
But yes, he was he was very openly critical, which I think in some ways Vince respected. Maybe
Sure.
he wanted a different opinion. He didn't want everything to be perfect, I guess. But then he became a member of the creative team along with our other talking point, Jim Cornette. They were both on the creative team at a small window in time.
Yes.
I mean, at one point it was just Vince, Jim, and Vince.
Was it Pritchard on there too?
He was occasionally, but there was a very, very small window where
Yes.
it was those three gentlemen. In fact, according to legend, those are the three guys that conspired to try to figure out how to solve the Montreal screw job.
Yeah, if you believe that story.
And Patterson.
And, Patterson was involved in that
That's
too,
fair.
yes. And it's definitely a he said type of situation.
Yes, because both men have claimed that they've had their own ownership in that angle.
Yes.
So,
Damn it, why don't we just fucking screw him?
yeah.
Like, if you can believe
Well,
Cornette.
fuck him. He don't want to do business. Just fuck it.
So going to
Did you say fuck him?
going to Cornette, I'll pose the same question I said about Russo. What was your first impressions of the first time you noticed Jim, or where was the first time you ever noticed Jim?
Well, I will tell you, my first time seeing him was when TNA went on Spike TV, and he was brought in as the acting voice of the company or whatever. He was the authority figure. That was my first real, like, seeing him in time type of exposure. I was like, oh shit, who's this Jim Cornette guy?
Mm-hmm.
And then I would see him on, like, DVDs of, like, 80s wrestling stuff. He'd be with the Midnight Express and whatnot. I was like, oh shit, that's who he was.
Yep.
And then that's how I pretty much knew Cornette for a few years, and it took me a while to realize he's been in the business for a long time, and he's done this and that, and that's when I discovered like who he was and started kind of looking into it. And a very vocal man, I must say. When I was in my very Mark phase, I was like,
He can't say that about my stuff.
so I'd always get pissed off at him.
Yeah.
Now I understand.
I kind of had a similar road with Kyle, except I didn't have the wrestling DVD access he had, so I just saw him in TNA, and then years later I kind of bumped into the podcast.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
The drive-through, yeah.
And the experience. There's two.
Oh yeah.
Should we ask certain Dairy Queen workers what their first exposure was Jim Cornette was? in Hyden, Kentucky.
Yes.
Hey, we ordered the damn shit because we're hungry, not to fuck around.
I don't think that was their first experience with him, though. That was the thing.
Well, that's true because Smoky Mountain probably passed through them a lot.
Yes.
Yeah.
But that was their first exposure to
That Jim.
Jim Cornette. We just ordered about $30 worth of fucking food.
Yeah, my actually first remembrance of Jim Cornette was kind of, I remember little bits and pieces of like the 96, 97 era. I remember seeing a little bit of him, but not enough to realize who he was. And then I remember seeing him full force in TNA and then stumble upon the shoots and realizing, wow, dude's got a lot of shit to say.
Yes.
Uh-huh.
And he became one of my favorite people to listen to because love him or hate him, just like Russo, I could listen to that guy talk for hours. Just
Yes.
he's just got away with and got away with words. I don't know. So I eventually started.
Something about the draw and his delivery and just.
Oh yeah.
You can talk about taking a shit, and it's probably going to be more entertaining than most of your day.
Absolutely. And then when it takes you, and then it opens the door to check out all the shit he's done, all of his promo work. Dude's hell of a man, good on the stick.
Dude, he could sell a program.
Even Vince Russo. I think Vince Russo's underrated. I think he's really good on the microphone.
Yeah, but he leans more into the
pissing people off.
Yes.
Yeah, but he leans more into the let's use insider baseball terms like type of style.
They got their
promo.
own different styles. Yes.
Cornette's the guy. I'm sticking to the story. I have to sell the story. I'm going to sell it.
Well, Jim
Vince
is
after the smart marks.
Yes.
They're completely polar opposite as far as wrestling ideology.
Oh yeah.
Jim is very kayfabe, protect the business. Vince doesn't give a shit about the business.
He has believingly admitted that it's like he looks at it like a television show.
Well, he hates pro wrestling. He says it himself. He hates pro wrestling.
Oh yeah, which is
that this is a television show, not a wrestling show. Which it kind of irks me because I love you, Vince, but your motives are very meek at best. Because, and this just kind of boggles my mind.
Oh, we've opened up this can of worms, folks.
You hate wrestling, but you continue to be involved in it. You write the show for JCW, which is included.
Invested in the JCW.
Yes, JCW is Juggalo Championship Wrestling. There's wrestlers wrestling in a wrestling ring.
Ran by clowns.
And I get it. You hate wrestling. I could sympathize. You're a television writer.
Sports entertainment.
Then why the fuck are you writing a TV show about fucking wrestling?
I'm broke, bro. I'm
Like,
broke.
I don't understand your motive, your logic. I get why you get there, but it just don't. The math ain't mathin'. The math ain't mathin'.
The rare.
I'd like to hand him a reality TV.
Yes!
I think he'd be pretty good
Yes.
at it. Yeah. It would be very, very risque.
That'd be like a firefighter who got severely burned on a job says the firefighting business nearly ruined my life, and then the fucker starts his own firehouse. What the fuck?
Or if a one-legged man who lost his arm in a factory accident said, I can't be around machines, they traumatize me.
Yes.
He goes back in the next day with a wooden arm. Like, okay, I'm back at it.
Now, yes, here's probably a reasonable explanation. The monetization. Vince has got experience in wrestling. People want to hear him talk about wrestling, even though he hates it. He's going to make money off of it.
That's all it is.
I'm not doing the fucking Comic-Cons, bro.
I ain't doing no autographs because
I
I'm
love
not
you,
saying-
Vince. I love you, but your motivations just irk me sometimes.
I'm indifferent about you, so I can say whatever the fuck I want.
According to Jim Cornette, that's my opinion.
And that's my opinion.
Hey, I'll talk to you. Invite us on your show, Vince.
The rare rant from the straight man of the group over here, folks.
I know. I just had to get that.
He's normally the peacemaker. Normally, I'm the one screaming, but damn.
I had to get that.
You got me good on that, buddy. Hell yeah.
But
I give a point for that.
yeah,
You should try it, Coom.
I got a couple of structured.
Try it,
points here.
Coomer. I'm just kidding, Coomer.
So who do you want to start with? Do you want to start with Russo or do you want to start with Cornette?
Whew,
I feel we've already taken a few steps down the Russo path.
so
Okay,
do you
well,
want
let's
to continue down this path? Yeah.
So as much as I just ranted there, let's talk about Vince's strengths, his greatest accomplishments.
Which he does. He does have some good things.
I mean, I'll
about
go
him.
on record in saying he's not solely responsible, but he's an important piece to why wrestling is still popular today.
Well, I mean,
Because as they say, the Attitude Era, he had a big part of that.
and he would go around and tell people he was the sole reason that the Attitude Era took
He had
off.
a part.
He played a
He
part.
was a very important part of that.
Yes,
you have to give it to him on that.
At the end of the day, he still had the answer to McMahon. So McMahon was the one who had to give the ideas out.
True, but Vince did come up with those ideas. As off the wall,
Sure.
batshit insane as some of those ideas were,
They just went through a Vince Russo filter.
Yeah,
Vince had to
go back to
pick
McMahon.
out the ones that weren't going to make his company go out of business in 5 seconds.
Well, Cornette had a good quote. He goes, well, you have all these 30 shit ideas, but I'll take this really half decent one and try to make it good.
Yeah. But, and that all boils down to, again, he wants to write a television show.
I'm going to turn it into Jerry Springer, bro. I'm going to turn it into Howard Stern.
The Attitude Era was needed for that time.
Yeah, to combat WCW.
It needed that boost, to
The
launch.
NWA, WCW kind of gridlock that the nation had been in for a while.
Yes.
Yeah.
But the flaw is it's not going to be sustainable for 10, 20 years.
No, that's
you
why.
couldn't do it forever.
No, that's why it was in that short time
And
period.
I think that's one of his biggest reasons he might be bitter. Maybe. I don't know if you're bitter. You seem like it sometimes. He doesn't have that. He's not at that peak anymore.
No.
I mean, he could never really bounce back from that.
He came in at the right place at the right time because Jerry Springer was white hot on TV. That Crash TV formula
Well,
was
they
working.
said they watched Jerry Springer as they were writing the show.
Yeah, he admitted that he'd sit there and watch it. And then Cornette got pissed.
Well,
Oh, it's turned into the Jerry Springer show. And he hates that style of television, so.
But what are some of the things about what Vince did as far as creatively, like making sure mid-card guys had spots and stuff? What are the stuff like that you appreciated from his work?
I would say it made the shows flow better when all the fast-paced storylines. He wasn't definitely a guy that would drag on stories. He would make them go just boom, 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 get
Crash
into
TV.
Crash TV for him, which can work in some cases.
Yeah, especially for someone with ADHD that
weirdly
sat right with my attention span, especially having things happen that aren't necessarily the back hallway or the ring. They'd have things in the trailer or the parking lot.
A bar.
Yes.
Yeah. Anything.
Just interesting locations, and not necessarily every storyline was a damn hit, because it surely wasn't. But
No.
like I said, I feel like if someone could rein that in and put it into a wrestling show, and ignore Vince about making it a TV show.
Yeah.
And then to the mid card part, I'll have to give him credit. At least he said a lot of people need storylines. But sometimes not everybody needs a storyline.
Case in point, Beaver. BB?
The paramedic.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. And Beaver Cleavage. Headbanger Mosh.
Yeah, Vince went on record and said, the fans are the reason that Beaver Cleavage failed. Because you didn't see where it was going. Okay, it might have had the most epic ending to that storyline ever, but when you started off the way you did, you got to make a good first impression.
Absolutely.
The former headbanger having an incestuous relationship with his mother, that could throw some people off.
Which a lot of people knew that was Headbanger Mosh. I mean,
yes,
you could clearly see it was him.
And then Vince defends it with bro, did you really think they were mother and son? They were the same freaking age. It's like, okay.
It was good shit, pal.
I'm sure McMahon loved it.
Maybe, probably.
I liked it.
With McMahon's humor, maybe that's why he likes some of Vince's Russo's humor. You never know.
Especially when it came to crap and poop and toilet humor.
She was gonna serve him a poop cake, and then he was gonna put her face in it. It was gonna be good shit, pal.
Good shit.
Which I'm like, there's a reason Beaver Cleavage lasted 1 week.
Yes.
He had one match.
And then they turned it into a domestic violence angle.
He became Chaz. Which I'm sure Russo's like, okay, bro, I'm going to turn him into a white beater. I saw it on Jerry Springer.
I appreciated his commitment to be like, well, this character wouldn't react this way in this situation.
Yeah.
So it made that's why you wouldn't see Stone Cold doing stupid shit. Because it would go against Stone Cold's character.
Well, he was on the mentality of not everyone's a babyface or a heel. They're in that gray area. Yeah. They're not acting complete babyface, not complete heel. They're neutral to things.
And factions, we gotta have
factions, the Truth Commission, bro.
Oh boy,
faction. Well, McMahon loved that too, so you gotta admit.
Well, so those two were like two kids at a candy store.
Factions, pal.
Oh,
the Truth Commission. The DOA.
Does Tony Khan
Los Boricuas, bro?
Does Tony Khan get influenced by that? Because AEW has a lot of factions.
Yes, they do. But as long as they don't make a pay-per-view with the tagline "Gang Rules,"
yeah.
Go. It's like Survivor Series.
Yeah. He was good at booking tournaments.
Oh yeah, the '98 Survivor Series tournament. That might be his masterpiece he made. because that was
pretty
the match quality was not great, but it wasn't about
no.
that.
I
It was
think-
about
I
the
think most
story.
matches went over 5 minutes.
They were about under 10 minutes,
Well, you have to get all of it in one night.
excluding the last final match. Excluding that was like more than 10, but that had to be. But the point of that, it was not about the matches; it was about the story.
It was one cohesive story.
Right. It was a smart story. I mean, The Rock turning heel when he just turned babyface.
When he was on, Vince could tell a story.
Absolutely, when he was trying. Yeah.
It went through the Vince McMahon filter, pal. There are so many that didn't get through.
That's
No.
right. We're not going to have these. He had some pretty batshit ideas that didn't even make it to TV.
And if you don't believe me, look at WCW.
Okay, I was gonna say because when
WCW.
he gets to when he WCW,
Yeah, that's when you start seeing,
that's when the cracks start to show.
Are we going to discuss the theory that Russo was sent by McMahon?
Oh, yeah,
to
yeah.
We can talk about that. What do you guys think about that?
I mean,
I don't know if that's true or not, because according to even Cornette himself, who hates fucking Russo, that was not the case.
Yeah, I'm inclined to believe that. I just think that he sold himself a bill of goods,
he did.
and he sold himself as like the sole reason the WWF spiked. So that desperate Turner exec was like, "Oh wow, what a great coup! We get their head writer that's gotten them so much success."
And the fact that he knows the secrets of WWF and had he was in the know and all that. That's what they were banking on was, oh God, this guy knows everything. We got to bring him in and give him a bunch of money.
Yeah,
And he made a good money to go in there, but at the end of the day, $65 million in 1 year loss. That's pretty bad.
but is he solely responsible? I mean, they were kind of declining anyway.
He-
I think
yes.
he was like part of the reason it fell.
He definitely played
I
a
don't know if
role
you
in
could
it.
solely blame him.
Well,
For-
the wrestling trope is if you hotshot a territory too long, business is bound to decline.
Yes.
And considering Vince was national, the territory was national,
Yep.
Yep.
and business suffered after hot-shotting for so long.
I mean, it wasn't it what 3 months after he showed up that he was taken off.
He was taken off TV because
Well, he was taken off the job
they sent him home.
because they wanted to turn it into a committee, and he went home instead.
Well, that too, and then plus the fact that he pitched the idea of Tank Abbott winning the WCW title as a quote surprise because of Brett having to relinquish the title. And they even looked at him and said, "What?"
Yeah.
And then they say, "All right, go home."
Yeah.
And you could tell by how the show looked different when Sullivan took back over booking versus Russo's booking because the shows were more traditional with Sullivan. And as soon as Russo came back, we got to have segments, bro. We got to have segments.
Segments. Everybody needed something to do, which is appreciated, but not everybody needs to have a spotlight on them at one time.
It could come with the caveat.
Yes.
And then the fact, too, that before then, WCW really didn't do backstage skits that much. They rarely did them.
Are they
But-
all there?
all this-
Or maybe a
Gene Okerlund on the
Gene
stage.
Okerlund.
Or maybe an
No,
NWO
it's
segment every now and then will go backstage.
Normally, their interviews were conducted by Mean Gene on the rampway.
Right, and there was the occasion like, okay, we got
That's true. Yeah.
exactly. Like the occasional, okay, we got to do a segment on outside to like do an ambush or something. They would keep it at a minimum, but as soon as Russo came in, everything was backstage.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Even the fart.
Even the fart came from backstage.
Yeah.
I mean, for fuck's sake, hardcore matches started backstage.
Yeah.
Yeah, like what? And then you could tell the production team over at Turner Broadcasting was not prepared for that
No.
because there were many times where the production value was exactly,
Yeah.
exactly.
Then he comes back and teams up with Russo. I mean, with Bischoff, and then they decide to reset everything.
All the titles are gonna be stripped, bro.
Yeah.
What's the matter, Sid? Get on your scissors.
Wow.
Wow, and 1% got it.
Yeah.
Everyone else was like, huh? Huh?
Which eventually led to Bash at the Beach.
This was the opposite of his magnum opus. This was like his
This
shit
might have been the first time I ever actually saw him do something on screen. because our buddy Gilbo showed me this. He said, you got to see this part of like the rise and fall of WCW tape.
Oh yeah, the burial of
And
WCW.
just his shoot promo.
Hulk Hogan is a bald son of a bitch.
Yeah.
Yeah, not that goddamn politician Hulk Hogan.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was during the show too.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, Bash at the Beach. Where that whole show was a whole clusterfuck.
Yeah. What I find interesting is why would they have the main event in the mid card?
Yeah, all of a sudden, and this was right after a graveyard match.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like the plan was to eventually put the belt on Booker T at the end of the night.
Well, it was a whole kerfuckle with Russo wanted Booker T to be world champ. That was
But
his
wouldn't it have
his
made
goal.
more sense to have the Hogan Jarrett match, since it was supposed to be the world title, be the final match of the night?
That's true, but maybe their thinking was, well, we don't want to confuse the paying people of the pay-per-view.
Well, he sure as hell
You fucking did
that
anyway.
night
That's why this company's in the damn shape it's in, because of bullshit like this.
Now, ironically, that's one of my favorite Vince Russo promos.
I mean, it was a good promo. I mean, he was selling everybody that I'm here for the young guys.
He
and all
took
that.
kayfabe behind the shed and obliterated it.
Oh, he fucked up
Yeah.
kayfabe, and then
He took a big shit on it.
Yeah.
well, that was his forte, but sometimes it was his downfall.
He was big on the insider terms.
well, he was very big on the work shoot promos and all that.
Yes, and it
'Cause-
became very repetitive.
All of a sudden, that's what you got to think. Most of the WCW audience was not in and on all that shit.
They just wanted good old
Wrestling.
wrestling.
And then they're like, what the fuck's he talking about burying people? What, is he going to bury him like in the ditch?
Like when I go see a movie, I know it's fake, but I want to pretend that what I'm seeing is real.
Yeah, that'd be like
The
if,
suspension of disbelief.
unless it's like Wayne's World or something, we don't need them to look at the camera and be like, this is fake, bro.
Yeah.
Well, it definitely got even worse when at New Blood Rising, when Goldberg refused to follow the script. So basically you're saying, yeah, this shit's fake.
Yeah.
Dr. D probably wanted to kill him at that point.
Oh my God.
You think that's fake, huh? You think they're fake? I'm gonna fucking kill him.
Oh, I'd love to see Dr. D and Russo just have it out.
Oh, you think the shotgun's fake?
Yeah.
Huh? You think it's fucking fake? Yeah, the Goldberg, and then the commentators were like, well, they had to improvise a finish. What do you mean?
Kayfabe.
Kayfabe?
Shut up.
Goldberg says, fuck you to Vince Russo, and he says, I'm not taking the jackknife. Ain't this supposed to be real?
Yeah.
What? And they even promoted that for their Steiner match at the next show. They'd be like,
I'm not taking the jackknife.
Goldberg refused to follow the script. It's on YouTube. Look it up on YouTube. It's on there, and that's going to make people buy a pay-per-view.
Yeah.
Like I said,
He's the rogue Goldberg.
is he going to follow this? This match will have no script, no rules, huh?
What about the rest of the matches?
Are they all scripted?
Just like with the Brawl for All. These are real.
Oh, yeah.
Well, then what the fuck is Stone Cold doing?
The fucking Brawl for All. Oh my God.
Yeah.
That's a Vince Russo idea. And the only reason he came up with that just so he can get at Bradshaw. Just so he can see him.
It was a petty move.
Yeah, but then, well, the fact that on the first night the crowd immediately started chanting, "We want wrestling,"
Yeah.
because they knew this was bullshit.
And ended up killing Bart Gunn's career.
Poor Bart Gunn and Dr.
Gunn got obliterated.
Well, he got punished
Well,
for
there's a lot of casualties. Bart Gunn,
Dr. Death.
Yeah, Dr. Death.
Dr. Death, Steve Williams. Bart Gunn got punished for winning.
Godfather get hurt.
Everyone got hurt pretty much. Like
Yeah, but at least his career kept going. Bart Gunn's career was pretty much ruined.
JBL got made to look like a bitch.
Yep.
And then they're like, "Oh, you want a shoot tournament? Well, you're punished. We're gonna put you in it with a
he
box."
fucking won the thing and got fed to Butterbean.
He did his job, and he got. It'd be like me doing a good job and say, "Oh yeah, you're gonna go clean shitters now."
Yeah.
Huh? Wait a minute.
You're gonna clean shit and like it, boy.
What?
All of a sudden, here,
Buddy.
Yodi. Oh wait, you don't. Instead of them like, okay, we're gonna give you time to train for Butterbean. No, you're gonna face him next week. Huh? What?
Yeah.
Oh, poor Bart Gunn. Yeah, that was a Russo idea, and all the fucking like gimmick matches. What do you think about his gimmick matches?
Oh, he was the king of the gimmick match.
Anything on a pole.
Do you have a favorite?
What's your favorite Russo gimmick match? Yes.
It's got to be the classic Miss Bagwell on the fucking
A
forklift.
Judy Bagwell on a forklift match.
Yeah.
I mean, that's right up there with Viagra on a pole.
A pinata on a pole. The San Francisco 49ers.
Oh, God.
Oh, God. How about Russo's Revenge?
Was that the cage match?
That was the War Games match. It was War Games 2000, but instead it was the Triple Cage with no teams.
Yes.
So it's not even a War Games
Is
match.
that the one where Goldberg speared him out of the cell?
No, that was the Caged Heat match. Yeah,
Oh.
which was a Hell in a Cell.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then so what's a War Games match? Oh, it's a 5-on-5 survival tag match. Not Russo's Revenge. It was not.
No.
Oh, you got to go get the belt from the top of the cage and bring it back down through the door. Huh?
First one that gets the belt and walks out through the door wins.
So what's stopping somebody from throwing the belt off the cage and just jumping off the cage?
Yeah.
That doesn't make sense. Does that count?
Then it becomes whoever gets the belt outside the cage.
Oh my god.
Here's my idea. Grab it, throw it down, climb down off the top, grab it, walk back in, and then walk back out.
Yeah, that's it. You win. That's like some video game shit. And then Nash didn't even go get it. He just, hey, I got the belt. I got it.
Imagine you try to pull that though, and you walk back in, and everyone just annihilates the shit.
Everyone would fucking they'd be like, hey, get out the fucking way.
Shouldn't have came back in.
And then guess what? You don't even have to do no
They
work. You don't,
realize he's got to come back in to win, and they're all just waiting by the door.
Then the guy's like,
Fuck.
and then think about it. You don't even have to climb the cage. You can just stand there, wait for somebody to grab the belt and be like, okay, I got it.
Now
Yeah.
he's trying to find a way to get the belt in.
what's stopping everybody? Just, all right, let him go up there and get it, do the hard part.
Did nobody talk to
Let him bring it down.
Did nobody bring this up to Russo during the pitch meeting?
Oh, my God.
I would be like, yeah, this is kind of
That
fucking
probably
dumb.
would've worked out better than what they actually did, which was like half-ass fight on the cage because they didn't have footing where they did.
No.
Maybe it wasn't part of the script.
No.
How about,
Because you can't really have a lot of good footing up there on those loose cages.
yeah,
like
you fall fucking through and all that. Yeah,
Ash McFoley and Undertaker.
exactly. And we all know that the triple cage looked kind of loose. So I'm like, uh-oh.
Mm-hmm.
How about the Steiner bird cage? Remember that? The Steiner Asylum or whatever the
Yep.
fuck it was called?
Mm-hmm.
The New Blood Gauntlet.
Yes.
One of the stupidest fucking matches I've ever seen in my life. You don't even have to be pinned. The referee's just gonna count you all of a sudden.
That was where Nash just powerbombed the guy and the ref went 1, 2, 3, move on.
He
down.
booted Rey Mysterio and he beat him with a boot.
Yeah.
It's like, the fuck?
Ah, my left knee.
Um,
Zero to the knee.
oh god.
And
That-
now my face hurts.
How about the DNA First Blood match? Oh god.
Oh, was that with David Flair?
David Flair. I'm the father of Stacy Keibler, bro. Oh no, you're not.
That's too close to related in age.
Yeah.
Oh fuck.
Or what is his most probably his biggest hated blunder in WCW was booking David Arquette.
To win the WCW title. Oh.
Although the real mastermind behind that was Tony Schiavone.
Yeah, thanks, Tony. Well, I didn't know. Well, then again, Russo did book himself to win the title,
And
so
cursed this timeline with the David Arquette who thinks he can wrestle and continuously fucks himself up.
ask Nick Gage.
Yeah.
Yeah, almost dies. Almost dies because it was a little small paper cut.
Yes.
Yeah. I love you, David, but no, that ain't it, bro. Now I can just go around and say, I'm a former WCW champion.
Yep.
Well, so can Russo, because
Yep.
then he said, oh, I could do that, bro.
Now, did he do that before or after McMahon?
This was after McMahon.
Yeah.
Well, if McMahon could do it, then I could do it.
Too, bro.
Well, Vince will say his famous thing is, "You mean the prop?"
yeah.
Oh, yeah, that was his thing. He didn't like belts.
He thought that the championships were props.
That's
for
why.
a story.
That's why they always hot potatoed. In WWF, it was egregious, but once he got to WCW,
Well, just look at 2000,
oh my, what was there, like 24 title changes?
including vacancies.
And guess what? There'd be like 3 in one night.
Yes.
Yeah, and guess what? In WCW 2000, the title can change hands by just saying, "Here you go, just take my belt."
Yeah. Didn't Nash hand Flair the belt?
He handed Flair the belt, and then Flair lost it that night.
Yeah.
The fuck? Why didn't Flair just get in his fucking limo?
Yeah.
See, there's so much logic issues with this. Logic went out the fuck.
Actually obligated.
Did he come up with Kennel from Hell?
Kennel from Hell happened the last night Russo was in the company.
So yeah.
Okay, so it was a Russo idea. Well, he's also the one who came up with the TIT tournament.
Oh, yeah.
He was a big tournament guy. He loved tournaments.
Yes, he did.
He loved tournaments, yes. There was a tournament like every week in 2000. We're gonna have a tournament.
Tournament.
Yeah, we're just gonna have a tournament for nothing.
So here's the thing, bro. We're going to have a tournament. And each of the 8 slots in the tournament, there's going to be a tournament to determine who's in that slot, bro.
And we're gonna have ladders. There are going to be ladders and table matches.
So what are the stipulations of this tournament? Well, we're going to have a tournament to decide what the stipulation for this is going to be.
Oh man, he was definitely the master of let's throw shit at the wall and let's see what sticks.
Yes.
Oh wait, I grabbed each one of them. Oops.
Yeah.
What did Cornette say? That's always when you're watching Vince Russo, you hear the bell go ding, 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 and then 30 seconds later, ding, ding, ding. Why do you think every time a no contest happens, we're like, this looks like a Vince Russo idea?
Yeah.
Where there's 5 run-ins. Like, oh shit, here comes this guy. Oh wait, here comes this
there
guy.
was definitely a formula to Vince's booking.
Well, he took the Jerry Springer, let's brawl on stage and let's do it in a wrestling ring.
Crash TV. We mentioned that.
Crash
Yeah.
TV. The Hummer storyline, unfinished storylines. He's master of. He's also the master of, okay, let's start a storyline and then the next week, let's forget about it.
Yeah.
Let's stop and start.
It was only necessary to make something happen, bro, and now I need you to forget about it.
Ratings, bro.
Ratings. And then him and Jim would go at it about that too. A lot of shit like that. And then eventually
You fucking dumbass motherfucker, Yankee son of a bitch.
Who cares about disqualifications? Who the fuck cares about disqualifications?
DQ schmeq, nobody cares.
That was a direct
That's
quote.
a quote.
A direct quote from Vince Russo.
Now,
So
he moves on to TNA.
Yes, so
Well-
WCW's out of business.
He had a couple of sidesteps.
Oh yeah.
Ring of Glory.
Was that before or after he became a born again?
It was after.
Yeah, let's have wrestling matches in a church, and have God be and have a guy who claims to be Jesus, and Father James Mitchell be the devil.
Yes.
And then also Paul Bearer.
Paul Bearer, yes. That was his first foray or whatever you want to say after WCW failed.
Well, it was after his first TNA run, actually.
Oh, was it after the first?
Yeah, so
Okay.
he did TNA first, and then after TNA is when he became born again.
Now, in his first TNA run, that was when he first developed Sports Entertainment Extreme.
Sex.
I want sex.
What a weird fucking faction.
That's-
Was it Punk in that?
no,
No, he
I
was.
don't think so.
Or was that Raven's group he was in?
no. Punk was involved with Ravens, whatever the name.
Flock?
Yeah,
His house or whatever.
whatever the hell.
Murders?
It was called the Nest.
The Nest. Okay.
In,
The
in TNA, I think it was called the Nest.
Because I couldn't say flock because
They
it's
really missed the
copywritten.
opportunity to call the group a murder.
Oh yeah.
Or-
Mhm.
Really missed
Yes.
an opportunity there.
Yeah.
Well-
Raven's murder.
Well, we got a group called Sex, bro.
AJ Styles was in it.
Yeah, Vince Russo managed AJ Styles for a time.
Triple X was in it, which was
Vin Diesel.
yes.
Hey guys, I'm Vin Diesel.
Let's get a word from Vin Diesel.
Family, bro. Family, bro. Dude, he says bro. He can be like, family, bro. And let's not forget, Russo was the one who came up with the name TNA.
Yes, which I'm looking forward to seeing the Dark Side of the Ring
Kiss
episode.
an ass, bro.
Yeah, the upcoming Dark Side of the Ring, the season premiere, not sponsored.
Yeah,
Shout out to Vice if you guys want to sponsor us.
yeah,
We like your shows.
Mhm.
We love them.
but yeah. That was
A 2-part TNA. I believe they did tease it in a trailer about them coming up with the name.
yeah.
And
Well, Jeff wanted total nonstop action, but
Yeah.
Vince outright admits it was tits and ass, bro.
I think he lied to them. He said, "Oh yeah, it's total nonstop action."
Yeah,
Would I lie?
It's a double entendre, bro.
Well, we should have known from the first time when they had the Impact girls in cages.
yes.
We're like, and then
That might have been a first indication of a clue there, you know.
what didn't the Johnsons debut on that night?
Yes.
Chad and Dick, or was it Chad and Dick, or was it Rod and Ron? Or I think it was Rod.
It's big, big John.
Basically, dudes in dick suits.
Yeah, if you've ever watched that early TNA, it's definitely very Russo-ish, very
Especially
WCW late 2000s.
It gave me-
some of the
it gave me-
Jarrett, especially some of the Jarrett Killings title swaps.
Oh, yeah. It's so weird for somebody who hates traditional wrestling. He was all a big fan of Jeff Jarrett.
I think Jeff Jarrett had a little more sway.
More stroke, if you will.
Ha ha ha.
Chosen one. Let's see. And then, yeah, we had midgets with guns, too.
Yeah.
Yeah, the midget wrestlers. Sorry to all you little people.
So, what are some of Vince's crowning achievements in TNA that you guys can remember?
So from his first, are we talking about his whole run, or
Let's just talk about the whole.
All right, let's lump it all in.
TNA.
Oh yes,
Didn't Vince do the paparazzi faction with Kevin Nash and Saban?
he was right.
That was actually kind of funny.
That was funny. Yes, he's had some good moments in TNA. Like he's written some good stuff.
Well, it was great for Nash because he got to sit around and do nothing.
Yeah.
Well, Nash has stated even in WCW, he'd be like, "Does it have to make sense? As long as that check cleared every 2 weeks." he had that whatever. He had that what Hogan said. Okay, all right,
Whatever.
whatever, whatever. You know,
I ordered from Terry. Whatever.
Terry Bollea, whatever.
Yeah. Yeah.
Whatever, as long as the check clears.
Let's see. How about some of the? Now he did come with some good matches. I think the King of the Mountain match was a good.
That was
idea.
a cool concept. At
Yeah,
first,
cool concept. You know, but not the reverse battle royal.
Yes.
Oh God. Okay, bro. So we're gonna stand outside the ring, and the object is to get in the ring. Okay.
So instead of everyone trying to just run into the ring,
They all
let's
like,
just fight outside the ring.
they're like,
Imagine if they'd have went with that. Everyone just got in the ring at the same time. Who won?
Yeah.
Who won? Now we've got to have a real battle royal.
Yeah.
No.
yeah. Apparently, in the reverse battle royal, everyone's a magnet, and the ring is like a magnet, like repeller or
Well,
something.
look, remember James Storm was like going like a turtle
Yes.
trying to get in the
All
ring.
of a sudden, everyone's a turtle, can't get in the fucking ring. They were trained to get into a wrestling ring, and now they can't get it.
The people that got in the ring, they had to throw them back out.
So the object was you get in the ring and like a certain number of guys, which anyone could fucking cheat at this.
Yeah.
Which I'm like, okay, once we get a certain amount of guys in, then it's going to become a battle royal. Then the last two standing are going to face each other in a one-on-one match. Okay.
Sounds like a 3 stages of
Battle royal.
of fucked rumble.
Well, here, do you remember? Was it the Fight for the Right tournament? They had a battle royal,
Yes.
and then the order of you who got eliminated determined the bracket. It's like, just do the fucking bracket.
Dude,
Why
do
do we gotta
it.
do a battle royal?
It doesn't have to make sense,
It's like,
bro.
to quote Jim, put a hat on a hat.
Oh my god. How about the last rights match?
Oh god.
Yeah, the whole Sting and Abyss feud had a bunch of
Well,
goofy
this
gimmick
began
matches.
the infamous Fire Russo chants.
Well, before that was the electrified cage
Oh yeah.
at Lockdown when the whole show. Okay, why is the cage chicken wire now? What is this? And even during the match, you can clearly hear them say "Fire Russo."
Well, they would they would touch the cage and nothing would happen. Well, there'd be moments where they touch it and nothing would happen.
Yeah, the lights all of
So
a
they
sudden.
were inconsistent with doing the lighting and the
And then
sound.
they did the gimmick where someone's back there with the light switch going.
And then Devon's holding it, and you hear zzz.
yeah, like a fake buzzard sound like a game show buzzard.
Yeah.
Oh man, it's so damn goofy. And then you would, yeah, exactly. Then you would see moments where Hernandez is climbing over the cage and nothing is happening to him. He's wearing shorts. He would feel that.
He's wearing rubber boots, bro.
He's got rubber gloves on, bro. And then the blindfold.
Joke there, but I'm gonna leave it. I'm leaving it. Okay.
Okay. All right.
The
Let's see where we could go it.
blindfold cage match, bro.
Oh yeah.
Oh god. And then the last rights match had the Fire Russo chants in it. The object is to put him in the deathbed, a coffin,
And raise him to the heavens or something.
with and then have like this smoke come down and like, woo, he won. How about the prison yard match?
Yeah.
Put your opponent in a solitary confinement shark cage. Like, huh? And then everything was decked out like a prison yard and all that.
Dr. Stevie.
Dr. Stevie.
Shout out Steven Richards.
I'll show you. You'll see.
Well, that was WWEF.
Yes. But no, he had Abyss drinking the coffee with the unknown poison in it.
Oh God, you shot your father, Chris.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's goofy storyline. See, that's what those ideas translated to there.
Shit.
Shit!
That was Charlotte Tourette's guy now. Ah, shit!
Yeah. Some millennials like, who's Tourette's guy?
Oh, if you know, you know.
There's gold there, ladies.
There's,
Yeah,
there's
why are you wearing a
ton-
Mickey Mouse t-shirt?
That's not Mickey
It's
Mouse.
just tit dirt.
Charlotte Chewbacca taking a shit.
Don't talk shit about Total.
Yeah.
No, it doesn't sound like that. Yes, it does. Fuck you, kid. You're grounded. For
Fashion
what?
bug.
I'd like to tit fuck her ass.
About 27 minutes ago. Looks like a pissed off Puerto Rican.
Oh, Bob Saget. All right, your total is $73. Shit, I only got $40. All right, we're going to put the beer back. No! Yes, I bought your Colgate toothpaste, the one with tartar control, and it made me feel like a piece of shit.
Let me get a Wendy's burger and don't load it up with a bunch of bullshit.
Would you like anything else there, sir? I want a Biggie fries and give me some shit to drink.
Yeah.
Dad, you want any Twizzlers? No. No. Butt fuck.
Charlena.
Wait a minute, you dick. I'm not a dick, you asshole. Charlena. Oh, shit.
This
This
Oh,
has been the Tourette's guy. Tourette's time.
portion
We've
plug in.
from fucking Russo to
I
Tourette's
guess
guy.
we're gonna dedicate this to Tourette's awareness.
Yeah.
Shout out the Tourette's guy there. Oh, fuck.
But going back to Russo a little bit, we'll rewind the clock just a little bit. One of the more controversial things about Russo, this isn't necessarily humorous, but it is often asked, was Vince Russo responsible for the demise of Owen Hart? We say that because that's something that's been brought up a lot by people in the business.
Yes.
You know who doesn't think that's the case? Apparently,
Who?
Owen's wife.
Martha.
She
Oh.
never sued Vince Russo.
She sued McMahon.
Yes.
McMahon, yeah.
Well, I mean, would that have been, well, Vince was working for the company. Would that have been he was just sued by association? Or was it straight up just Vince by
Well,
himself?
they sued the whole WWF,
Yeah,
so
she sued WWF as an entity.
as a
So is Russo lumped into that, or?
I guess kind of.
well, I mean, he was a head writer,
But
so
he
I mean,
wasn't called in to testify or anything.
yeah, it was McMahon that had to do all that. But the thing is, well, first of all, he should have never brought the Blue Blazer back to begin with.
Some people didn't like the Blue Blazer.
Yeah, well, okay, if it would have been for like 2 weeks, okay, fine, get it out of your system. But they dragged this shit on for months, and because they couldn't know what to do with fucking Owen, oh, let's put you back in the Blue Blazer. Okay. And instead of being responsible and saying, hey, what's that harness equipment that Sting uses over in Turner? Can we get contact with that and get him strapped into that? No, we got this fishing wire over here,
We got this regular ass D clip.
which is barely struggles on a sailboat.
I think you mentioned that on a podcast before.
Yes.
The deep
Yeah,
clip.
okay, so we're gonna haul a 230-pound man on this fishing wire. Okay, and see, that's where the irresponsibility comes in.
One of the big,
The clip failed.
well, that.
Yes.
But a lot of people will also ask, should Russo have written him to do that?
I think he shouldn't have never been on that catwalk to begin with.
Now, do I think Vince Russo wrote that knowing that that would happen? No, absolutely
I don't think he
not.
did it to kill Owen. No,
No.
I'm not gonna say that.
He was doing it probably to mock Sting.
Well, because remember they did do it before where he was descending down and he slipped or he fucked up in the harness,
Mhm.
which I do think is correct. That was
Sort of
their way
like a
of making-
jab at him.
Yeah, this was their jab at WCW,
Hmm.
which I'm like at Owen's expense.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, but okay, there could have been other ways they could have had if they were going to do a goofy entrance. Have him stay on the ground. Don't have him get up on that catwalk. That's where I think they fucked up. Someone should have said, wait a minute, this is too dangerous.
Have him like zip line from a much lower height.
They did
would've
that
been
before.
Goofy.
Yeah.
Like maybe have him fly.
Like from the top of the Titantron and just zip line down.
Yeah,
They
have him
did
do
that
his
before.
flying thing.
They done that previously on like a
That
Heat
would
or
have
something.
been perfect. They did not need to elevate this.
Because Russo thought it'd be a big spectacle. He makes like a superhero entrance, and that was the big joke. And maybe he didn't know the clip was going to fuck up, but they should have maybe checked.
Had some more research done on it. Maybe put a little bit
Yes.
more,
Sandbags that were about his weight on it, just to see.
just to see how that would work.
Anything besides just, all right, bro, you got it.
Yeah.
Yeah, but he definitely should have never written that to begin with. So I do think he should have never just written this, period.
And it's come out that they were advised that clip would not hold. That
They
weight.
told him. They told him that they're like, no,
And they
fuck
said, no, it's fine. It'll work.
it. And it did, obviously, it didn't work.
And I don't think they told Owen.
Well, probably not. I don't. If they did, he probably wouldn't have done it.
Well, Owen was scared shitless up on that catwalk.
Well, I mean, they did have to persuade him to do it.
Yeah, he actually refused to do this. Yeah.
But they must have kept it mum from the equipment people. It's not going to work.
I also keep in mind, too, the reason why they even did the blue blazer, like they brought it brought it back, was because he refused to do the storyline where he was going to have an affair with Deborah McMichael.
Really?
And yeah, they were going to have him, so they were going to have dissension with him and Jeff Jarrett, and they were going to have Owen, like, kind of sleep around with Deborah. Well, him being the family man, he said, I'm not doing that.
Yes.
So is that like a punishment?
If you could interpret it, them saying,
interpret
okay,
it
well,
as
fuck
a-
it, you're in the blue
All
blazer
right, you're
gimmick.
back to the blue blazer, bro.
Or McMahon, maybe, because McMahon at the end of the day did approve this. So
Yeah.
Yes.
So McMahon is not out of the woods on this. So I think both Vinces kind of were like, yeah,
Collaborate.
yeah. All right, he don't want to do the affair, bro. Let's put him back in the blue blazer. But
So I'll ask you straight out: does Vince Russo deserve the blame? All the blame, or some blame, or none at all for Owen's death?
ultimately, I mean, no one really knew Owen was going to fall. But I think as far as the story and the gimmick being brought back, he should be blamed for that. But he shouldn't be blamed for Owen's death. Sorry, sorry, Piper.
Vince ultimately, I don't think either Vince at the end of the day made the call to ignore information, but someone did. So I won't say Russo is guilty. Maybe McMahon, but I don't think that would have been ran by Russo. Maybe, I don't think. Yeah.
No, he was very close with Owen, so I don't think he would have done something that he would have thought would have put him in harm's way.
Why'd you kill my cousin Owen?
Yeah.
Yeah, that very uncomfortable Piper promo on Russo and TNA.
Yes.
Where he blamed, which I don't know if he legit felt that way. I mean, some people do. They legit feel that way.
Yep.
But yeah, but I do think he should have never put him in that situation there.
That's fair.
That's a fair criticism. But I'm not going to blame him for his death because ultimately that was a freak accident.
Yes. Yes.
But they definitely should have took
Now,
more.
if it ever came out that he purposely knew Owen was going up there and that the harness was not safe,
then I can understand
then you
that.
could probably change your tune about it. But I doubt that that's the case.
Because they had a stunt team that was responsible for getting
Yes.
that rigged up. So,
Yes.
yeah. So,
But that is Vince's legacy. I mean, all that that we've discussed here.
well,
And,
do I briefly touch on bitch slap?
oh yeah.
Oh,
Oh,
that's
Bitch slap.
oh my God.
Are you aware of bitch slap?
probably not.
So Vince Russo and Jeremy Borash pitched this to Jeff Jarrett that they were going to try to sell this to DirecTV as like an adult themed wrestling promotion that was pretty much all women. And the name of the promotion was called Bitch Slap, and it would have been run by the Sports Entertainment Extreme that was in TNA. So list off some of now this is from Vince's book.
Yeah, this is directly from his book. So he thought him writing about this was going to put him in a good light. It did not.
Now list some of those characters.
I will say I will read this, but I don't know if you heard Cornette and Brian talk about this.
I recommend listening to them going over
recommend
this.
them because it is a great laugh.
You guys too. I recommend that.
But I'll read off some of the great gimmicks that they came up with. Here's an infamous one. I'm not kidding. This is legit on pen and paper. Toxic shock.
Are you familiar with toxic shock syndrome?
Yes, I am. Yes, I am.
Yeah.
I won't read the whole description, but I'll read the cliff notes. Many of the stars of Bitch Slap wrestle with no strings attached. However, this is not the case with the very volatile toxic shock. Like a dog in heat, this stuck-up temperature tempress uses the pads of the Bitch Slap ring to the max. Oh, yeah. She claims she can make gay men menstruate, always craving chocolate, rides her own cycle, and only shows up to wrestle once a month. This was a legit gimmick.
So what? She only wrestles on her period?
Does she shove the tampon down their throats? Oh, God. Is she red?
Now, toxic shock syndrome is a disease that comes from like infected, like tampon, right? Like I guess I think isn't that where that comes from?
I think so.
Yeah, some nature of maybe having one in too long.
Yeah,
we should have maybe
that. Yes,
we should have maybe warned our female audience if we have any.
If we had a female co-host, we might have gotten a correction here. But
yeah,
maybe.
I agree. So then we move on to homeless Heather, and this is in quotation marks. Nice box. Commented a young boy to his loving father as they walk by homeless Heather's place of residence on the sidewalk outside the Bitch Slap Arena. Let's see. Not only does she compete in the Bitch Slap rings, but Heather also serves as cleanup crew as she wheels her shopping cart around the arena in search of aluminum cans during the show. Homeless Heather hits the soup kitchen before dusk. A riot around Lady Heather is loved by her fellow bums, but it's no laughing matter when she steps into the ring.
Very character-driven stuff here.
Yes. Then we have, wow, this is going to hit home for us, Kentucky Love with Papa Woody. Get your raincoats. This is a quote, too. Get your raincoats, kids. Kentucky rain is falling. To say things are a little different in Kentucky foothills is an understatement. She is a bluegrass, bossomy, bodacious bimbette, and is the envy of every farmer's eye. However, for Kentucky Love, there won't be any sowing wild oats with shotgun in hand. Her father, Papa Woody, holds a special place when it comes to his divine daughter. You see, Kentucky Love is Papa Woody's forbidden fruit.
Uh-oh.
However, she attempts to keep her fondling father in line. Woody is hell-bent on bobbing for his daughter's appeal. Or apple.
Jesus.
Right.
Incest, bro. Gotta love incest.
That's just a great, like, that's the type of shit we were dealing with.
Oh, yeah. And then I probably won't go over everyone, but I'll point out some ones that I thought were the funniest. Let's see.
Oh, there were a couple of good ones.
I gotta go pull up my fucking notes. I'm live, pal. Yeah, what about the ass pirates?
Oh, yeah.
Treasure chest and what was
Blackbeard and Treasure
Blackbeard and Treasure chest. Yes.
Which Jim Cornette pointed out this was a gay male tag team.
Yeah, it says, ahoy, matey. Like the swashbucklers of the Caribbean, Blackbeard and Treasure Chest, the ass pirates, have buccaneered their way to the seas of Bitch Slap. Ass pirates forced their opponents to walk the plank while taking no prisoners. And they were insinuated, and they said, ass pirates invite rump wrangling to those seamen who lust for them. Action heroes to the preteen audience. Blackbeard and Treasure Chest.
Preteen audience.
Yes, the preteen audience are among the most wanted in every elementary school in America. What the fuck is this? No, not for premature causing cannons to fire, but rather leaving blue balls behind.
He was marketing this for children?
Yes. How about this? Beastie Alley with her dog Little Scroat. What let's see. Wanted by the Humane Society in 48 states. Apparently it's legal in North and South Dakota in parentheses, apparently.
Oh, okay.
Beastie Alley and her little dog Scroat have brought their act to bitch slap. Posted on Alpo cans across America. Beastie Alley brings new meaning to the term puppy love. Yeah, let's not forget that Scroat is the innocent victim being held against his will. But Beastie, beware, every dog has its day, and it may be only a matter of time before Rover takes over.
So you see what we're dealing with, folks. So yeah, if you want to know more about that, check out Jim Cornette. Him and Brian go over all the gimmicks.
I'll mention one more.
Okay.
Grandma Gas. Do you want to take a guess what Grandma Gas is?
No, go ahead.
Constantly blowing her own horn. It is methane madness when Grandma Gas steps into the ring at bitch slap. Fueled by a flatulent fanny, this queen of brown wind uses her deadly gas to gag her opponent into submission, leaving revenge on their minds and skid marks on their bodies. Riding a virtual high, this walking wind tunnel will catch you off guard with her finishing maneuver, the colon cleansing shit blast. She depends on it.
Depends.
Oh my fucking god.
So you see, folks, Russo is an orator of Machiavellian perspective, creating these characters, these legendary characters. But again, check out Jim and Brian's retrospective over this. It's amazing. He does it way better than we could ever do. There's a lot more characters on there too, but yeah, speaking of Jim, I think it's time we go over to Jim's side of the fence a little bit.
Go to James E. Cornette. Get your tennis rackets ready.
Now, Jim is the complete antithesis of Vince Russo in every way.
Yes.
And that motherfucking beaver Kevin Dunn.
Yo.
And Ed Ferrara.
Yes.
That fucking carpetbagger.
Carries his papers around. Vince Russo's papers around.
So sort of a crash course history of Jim Cornette. He was a photographer in the late 70s, early 80s. Always been a big fan of pro wrestling. He's a local Kentucky boy, just like us.
From Louisville.
Yep. Became a wrestling manager in the 80s, most famous with the Midnight Express.
Yep.
And then did he manage? He managed
Dick Murdoch.
He did a couple other things. Big Bubba. He managed the Dynamic Dudes. We don't talk about that too much.
Yeah.
Then the Heavenly Bodies. He managed them. He created Smoky Mountain Wrestling.
Let's see. He was part of Camp Cornette. He was the leader of Camp Cornette.
Yep.
With the Bulldog, Vader, Owen Hart, Yokozuna, among others.
Yep.
Also GM in TNA and Ring of Honor.
Yes.
Yes.
Also founder of Ohio Valley Wrestling.
That's right. So he's done a lot.
Yeah. So let me pull up here some questions for Jim.
Don't sue us, Jim. Don't kill us.
Yeah. Let's see. What would be we praised Jim here. You had some criticisms of Jim.
Still does.
What would be some of your criticisms for Jim?
Well, I will say one thing I have to point out that's weird on Jim is he criticizes a lot of goofy storylines, but yet wasn't he involved in some pretty cringe shit in the 80s and the early 90s? Like in Memphis?
Yes, but was he writing those?
He was not writing those, but the fact that he participated in them.
We could constitute a pot calling the kettle black.
That's what I'm saying. Pot calling the kettle black. Christmas creature.
That was more of a Lawler thing, wasn't it?
Yeah, but he participated in that, I believe. Correct me if I'm wrong on that, but there was some goofy shit in Memphis that he was involved with there. But yet he calls out goofy ass wrestling. Some of the I understand this was a Jim Herd decision, but some of the shit he took part in during the Jim Herd era, I mean, granted, he laughs about it now, but I just find it funny that he could have told him no. He could have said, "I'm not."
For the sake of the others attached to him, he did not.
What about participating in storylines with Ron Garvin as a transvestite?
Something he probably would not very too kind upon now.
Yeah.
name, and I forgot I did that. Probably for good reason.
Is there anything about for you about Jim that you're not necessarily may not agree with, or there's a critique, something that you're not a big fan of, maybe perhaps of Jim?
For the most part, I mean, I semi-agree with Jim's opinions. I sit on the fence on certain things where Jim definitely leans one way. And I'm not necessarily a political right-winger, but Jim's super left-leaning political stance on his show can sometimes be a tad cringy or annoying. But I get it; it's his platform.
Fair enough. I mean, yeah. I mean, if you lean very much on the right side of the political party, some of Jim's opinions might be a little off-putting to you, which I always thought was funny because he talks like a Southern farm boy, and you would think that he'd be all Bible Belt, all that stuff, but he's the complete opposite.
He does not believe in any religion whatsoever.
So
Yeah,
I mean, stuff like that. So if that's not your cup of tea, I mean, that's just kind of the stuff you got to kind of deal with if you want to listen to him.
Now, other than that, he's a bit of a teapot. Don't take him long to heat up and start whistling.
No.
Ask the taxi cab driver at a Walmart parking lot.
Yeah.
Sometimes he can kind of go on a tangent that I feel is not necessarily necessary.
Yeah,
might take things a little too far, maybe.
Sometimes. I mean, I get it. He's ad-libbing sometimes for a podcast, probably now, but
my thing with Jim, I think sometimes he can still be stuck a little bit in the times he grew up in.
He sounds like an old man screaming into the clouds.
Well,
you know what I mean? Like,
yeah, people say he's the old man syndrome, old man yelling about the old times, but you got to remember he's very passionate about wrestling.
Yes.
You got to give it to him. Couple of my things that I really disagree with him on, I think, and it kind of ties back to where you were like where he worked in Memphis. He's okay with like Jerry Lawler booking Tagar, Lord of the Volcano, but he will shit on like Bray Wyatt and the Wyatt stuff. And I know you're not the biggest fan of that, but it's like I sometimes
I like the Wyatt stuff, but it's what came after him.
Exactly.
the Wyatt Six.
Well,
yes.
Also, Cornette liked all the what about the flying nuns or whatever they were in Smoky Mountain?
Well, yeah, I mean, but like the supernatural stuff, I understand to a degree, but he never seems to give it a shot, which is weird because although he wasn't the biggest fan of the extremes of it, he was there and he developed Kane.
Yes.
He's the architect of what Kane eventually became. He didn't want all the supernatural stuff per se.
That was Bruce Pritchard's doing.
But he was one of the founding foundations of Kane during that time. The bigger issue I have with him is he doesn't really throw too many bones to the women. Like he will praise somebody like Rhea Ripley, Bianca Belair, to some degree Io Sky, Becky Lynch for sure. But like if you're a woman and you're Asian, a lot of times he doesn't really seem to care too much.
Poor Riho.
He doesn't throw him too many bones. I don't know. I feel like he's
God help you if you're an Asian man.
Oh yeah, too. Like Shinsuke Nakamura, I don't understand why he hates on him too much. I agree with what he says about Okada sometimes.
Takeshita.
Now he likes Takeshita.
He's come around on Takeshita.
There is a couple of outliers. He does like Takeshita.
What about Shibata? He hates Shibata.
Yeah. Now, with the Japanese women, I think a lot of it has to do with maybe he takes his influence from when he was growing up on people like Mildred Burr and all of those classic women that grew up. But you got to remember, there's usually only one dominant lady wrestler.
Fabulous Moolah.
But then again, their style of wrestling was completely different than what the women.
Well, he doesn't like Moolah.
Yeah.
Well, he probably appreciates her legacy.
And he definitely doesn't like the women doing certain things that the men do.
Yeah, he'll often say something like, "All right, we got to put the women in a cage because they're women. We got to have the women do it. The women do it."
Or the the Elimination Chamber. We gotta have the women do the chamber now.
Yeah. Even though sometimes the women do it a lot, sometimes better than the men do it.
Same in a Royal Rumble sometimes.
Well, his opinion seems to be they're getting the better spot that could have been saved for the men's match.
Yeah, that's yeah.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Which I mean, I
I got to think he comes from a time period where the women were treated as the
Very much an afterthought.
They were the
a spot on the card.
they were the valet, they were the eye candy and all that. You know, they
Yes.
were the managers and
Or if there was wrestling, women's wrestling, it was one match on the card.
yes.
they were pretty much like the bathroom break one. You know, people
Yes.
would go up get something to eat or go to the bathroom.
Mhm. Yeah, I like I said, he does give the dues to a few of the big stars. I just wish he would be a little bit more open-minded for some of them, I think.
I'll tell you what I also found funny is he criticized some edgy storylines too. But yet back then, they did some pretty edgy shit, especially in Crockett and in Smoky Mountain, the Gangstas. He
Yeah.
was a big proponent of the Gangstas.
Well, in all fairness to Jim, he has regretted that he might have pushed the envelope a little bit too much with the racial.
Didn't they have Klansmen on friggin' Smoky Mountain?
I don't know.
Because I know, was it Ricky Morton or Robert Gibson? One of them was getting hanged by the black guy.
Well, no, I believe New Jack and his posse hung Robert Gibson.
Yeah, so him criticizing edgy storylines while he himself did edgy storylines is kind of interesting.
Well,
And
he
then-
was hot shot in his territory, trying to gas the business up.
Well, he also participated in the 80s, like people getting spiked in the eye, people getting hung with a chain.
Let's not forget him coming off the scaffold and blowing his knee.
Ah, fuck! Well, in fairness, Bubba was supposed to catch him, but oops.
Yeah.
That's what sold him on the match. He was supposed to get
Yeah,
caught.
that's how I think it was either Ole or somebody pitched it to him. He goes, I'm not getting up on that fucking scalpel. Okay, I guess I'll get up there if he catches me.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's where I feel like he's kind of being hypocritical a little bit.
Yeah, like I said, I wish Jim could be a little bit more open-minded, but I mean the dude is a fan of a particular style and
Yeah.
And
But-
we definitely respect his views
Yeah.
and opinions.
Oh, yeah.
No doubt. The
He's
old ways tend to be the better ways.
He's definitely a traditionalist, that's for sure.
it comes from a lot of it comes from a lot of good points too. But the times have changed in certain aspects, like the women, like the foreigners, like he calls Nakamura Shaky Nakamura, which I mean he doesn't realize that was part of Nakamura's gimmick in Japan. He's very eccentric.
Yes.
What are you gonna do? I mean,
Well, and then also the fact that what was I gonna say? He criticizes that, and then I do respect his opinions. Like I feel like a lot of people saw him as the old wrestling guy, which is why when they brought the NWA invasion in the Attitude Era, he was put into that.
yeah,
But he did get a chance to go on TV and bury some of the shit
yeah.
in wrestling, and he did.
I mean, he's very valid in a lot of his criticisms too.
Yes.
You got a bunch of phony wrestlers coming out here. Bischoff hired wants to have a biker gang with the NWO
Yeah.
because he wants to think he has a bigger Johnson than everybody else.
Cornette is not afraid to tell you how he feels.
Yeah, he's taking the gas mantle today, folks.
He
Normally
took
it's
that
me.
from you,
Yeah.
yeah.
Normally it's me over here, but
Oh yeah.
woo, that poor chair.
Now, here's a thing that a lot of people like to ask about Jim Cornette. Is he racist?
I don't think he's racist. Well, he said
Has he said some stupid racial like shit? Yes.
when he went on NWA Power when he said, "Well, Trevor Murdoch's the kind of guy that would strap a bucket of fried chicken on to an Ethiopian land or something."
Yeah, that got him fired from the NWA.
Yeah, but they had it in the can, so it was on there. So
That
I'm
is
like,
funny. They didn't choose not to edit it out.
right.
Just like, yeah, we're just going to fire
Yeah.
Just gonna fire Cornette.
I think Jim has said the N word in the past, in the 80s.
I believe he has. And then,
Maybe, was it Mid-South?
Might have been.
well, he has said some pretty outlandish shit
To be
to
fair,
certain
though,
black
that's
guys.
what heels did back then. Whatever you had to do to get people riled up.
Yeah,
Yes, and I do believe even if maybe he did have some of those thoughts, I can't prove it. I feel like he's improved over time because some of the people he praises, like he loves Shelton Benjamin,
Love Sheldon.
Bianca Belair. He's all about Bianca. He's big on a lot. He somehow he does like Kevin Knight in AEW. He does.
Trick Williams is slowly growing on him.
Yeah. Hell, he was even praising Little Yachty.
Yeah.
He's like, I like this package of Little Yachty and Trick
They
Williams.
need to do more of this and less of that other shit.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure he had positive on JYD back in 10 too.
Yes.
So he liked Junkyard Dog.
Yeah. So I don't think I don't consider Jim a racist.
He may have said some.
I think he
risque-
said some stupid
He
shit.
has some old opinions that may have been rooted in racism a long time ago, but now he just carries that torch for a different reason.
Yeah, he may have said some shit about Chinamen back then too.
Now,
like-
if someone was to say, is he racially biased against Asian wrestlers? It's hard to defend him a little bit
You're
on that
gonna
one.
have a case on that.
yeah,
Yeah.
you might have a case.
Yeah,
And
Japanese, Korean, especially if you throw in women, is he misogynistic? I don't necessarily.
He doesn't seem to take Asian women's wrestling serious.
No.
No.
He's not a big fan, a proponent of Joshi wrestling.
No, he's not. He just doesn't get it.
Yeah.
Yeah, but so he can maybe have some cases, but I don't think he's flat out racist or something.
No, I don't think he's inherently racist at all.
Matter of fact, I think he's against racism because he's called out racist.
Well,
shit
he
and all
is
that.
he is by nature a far left guy. So how could one be racist and be on that? It would be kind of a paradox
It would be.
in some respects.
But I
I'm
digress.
sure
He's
the-
also very charitable donation guy. He always raises money for the Crusade for Children every year.
yes. Oh yeah.
What is it, KHAS or something? I don't
Yeah.
know.
He also donates to the Cauliflower Alley Club.
Yes.
And all
Plus,
that.
if he was racist, why did he book the gangsters on his own television show?
Yeah,
He loved New Jack.
they ended up making up a long
Yeah,
time
I
ago.
mean, he had their differences, but they were good, colleagues and all that.
Oh,
And
yeah.
at the end, I mean, he definitely would have not booked the gangsters if he was racist.
I don't
Especially in
think
those, he deliberately put them out there in the southern territories to get them heat because they know the South was not too kind.
Well,
to
he
the-
later admitted that might have been a mistake.
maybe
he
yeah.
underestimated how the Tennessee folk would handle that.
But like I said, he gave him a spot, and because he saw potential in New Jack. So,
Yeah. And like I said,
And Mustafa kind of just got brought along for the ride.
I feel like if
Yeah.
Vince had the pin,
snorting pencil
I
shavings.
feel like if Cornette had the pin, Shelton Benjamin would have been a world champion.
No doubt about it. 100%.
He was a part,
Especially, he really could have got a push after he had, what, 2-3 wins on Triple H?
Yeah.
It was part of
exactly.
his Titantron at the time.
Ain't
on
no
Triple
stop.
H, and he's like,
yeah.
Ain't no stopping me now.
Oh yeah, he was a part of Cornette. Cornette was running OVW when Benjamin was in that famous OVW class.
Yes.
Which they do the OVW 4 and they hardly ever mention the fifth guy, which was Shelton Benjamin.
yeah.
Yeah, they always talk about Cena, Brock, Batista, Orton. I'm like, what about Shelton?
Shelton was there too.
That's why.
Shit, he came in with Brock.
Yes.
Charlie Haas
The-
wasn't too far behind.
The Minnesota stretching crew. Yes.
Yeah,
So yeah, I mean, come on.
he's a big fan of Bobby Lashley too. I
You also got fucking Rico Constantino. I mean,
Yeah,
Yeah,
Rico was
him
in there.
credit.
Yes.
No.
Shout out to Rico.
yeah.
We'd love to have you on the show, bud.
Oh yeah.
We're not against gay people.
He's
Why-
not gay. He just played a gay.
I know. I was making a joke about the wedding.
You're
set.
talking about that. We don't mind gay people.
We don't mind gay people. I know it was a gimmick. I understand.
He was
Bro, he's a Las Vegas cop. He'll fuck me up.
yeah, he wasn't gay. He was he got his gimmick from Adrian Street.
That's
Yeah.
true. He could throw one hell of a kick, though. Good lord.
Oh yeah.
That,
Apparently, if you wanted to go with his actual personality, it would have been more of like a Southern preacher.
yeah, well, I heard him on his Chris Van Vliet interview, and he definitely has that southern drawl.
Yes.
And he's a Las Vegas cop, too. He'll fuck you up.
I did hear he was a cop.
Yes, he is a Las Vegas police officer. Yep.
Oh,
He'll
nice.
fuck your ass up.
Yeah.
Not that way, either. Not that way. He'll beat you at the stick.
Right.
I listened to the Las Vegas police radio one time. Ever played around with those police scanner apps?
No.
Oh, if you're ever drunk one night and want some entertainment, it's worth it. Download one of those police scanner apps, and you can listen to police scanners across the country.
No
I
shit.
was on Las Vegas's one night, and they found a dead body was just sitting on the fucking bench, and they don't know how long it had been there.
Oh shit! We got a dead
All
body.
right, that's enough Vegas radio, but yeah,
I can imagine.
Tuned it in, and that's what was going on.
Oh shit!
And I can imagine the Vegas radio police scanners like some Super Trooper shit sometime.
Oh, that has to be a fascinating listen.
Oh, we need to play around with these apps now.
Yes, it's worth
Maybe
it.
if I get bored, I'll do it.
Just get hammered one night, sitting there. Just turn the TV off and turn the police scanner app on.
Yeah.
Find one that's working real good, like a real busy one. Cincinnati, Cleveland, New York. Pick a city of your choosing.
It'd be like cops without the video. It's like a audio podcast cops.
Yeah. So, like we asked with Russo, is it possible that Cornette has become some sort of more bitter as the business has passed him by, do you think?
Some people think so, definitely, especially of the AEW crowd.
Oh, yeah, he's
Has
like,
been critical of them in the past.
he's persona non grata with them, which the funny, ironic fact is he was almost hired by Tony Khan at the very beginning of that.
Yes.
Khan
would have paid him any sum of money he wanted to, but he wouldn't give him book.
Mm-mm.
And he's like, it ain't gonna work.
And that wouldn't have lasted really long, I don't think.
No. Well, not the way Khan wanted to run things, but maybe if Khan was like, you run things, that may have been different.
Maybe. But I think because he doesn't like the Bucks, he doesn't like Omega.
He would have had to work with those entities, yes.
Yeah, he would have to work with the EVPs, and I don't think
that could have been a bone of contention.
Yes.
Is Jim right often? Well, is he right more often than people give him credit for? Like,
yes.
I mean, he definitely makes some good points. I mean, whether you don't agree with him, he makes valid points. I mean, he has his opinion, and like he said in the past, chocolate or vanilla. He's like, I like the chocolate. Keep that fucking vanilla away from me, or something.
Yeah. I think a lot of his negative things he says outweigh the positive, so nobody really ever pays attention to the good shit he says. Like praising Shelton Benjamin or
yes,
praising Bianca Belair
Bobby
or
Lashley.
Yes.
Was he a fan of Kevin Steen? MVP, yes.
He was a big fan of the Hurt Syndicate in AEW before where they dropped the ball with them.
Yes.
But
wasn't he a fan of Monty Brown too?
I believe so. I think he was a pusher of Monty Brown at some point.
Yeah, Monty Brown, yeah.
One of the original kind of supporting pushes.
Uh-huh. Because he worked like he did a lot of stuff in TNA.
Yes.
He eventually, like Russo, he made it to TNA and became an on-screen authority figure.
Yeah, and then he
was kind of a Killings guy.
Yep.
Yeah, he was a Ron Killings dude. And then he was on the producer role. He became like a producer.
Yes.
But basically his job was to make Russo's goofy ideas make sense.
That was a quote.
That was a quote, yeah.
He's like, there's nobody else that can transcribe this guy's bullshit.
Yeah, case in point, like the backstage, like the big brawl in the Impact Zone, where every area is covered with the brawl. What?
You've got 1 foot on the scale, and it's got 265 or 26.6. 26.
Oh fuck!
Of force just sitting on it.
If y'all heard the scale go, what the fuck?
Oh, are you sitting on a scale?
He's got his foot on it, so it's only weighing like his foot and leg, and it's like 26.5 pounds.
Oh wow!
Damn, look at my big foot.
You got some hefty limbs there.
Hefty fucking leg here, apparently. Jesus.
Well, hopefully you don't charge too much by the pound.
Oh, God. I'd be a big beef. Big beef. Big beef. Yeah, the brawl around the Impact Zone.
Speaking of big beef, I saw a guy, roughly my size, hairier though, in a fucking banana hammock. More than once.
On your cruise?
On my cruise.
Oh, yeah, it's cruise, yeah.
That's too much beef, bro. That's too much beef.
Was it like fucking Borat with the banana hammock?
Could you tell what religion he was?
I'm assuming they were non-denominational or something, because they were definitely a male couple.
Like, could you see Hood?
Oh, shit.
Oh. Well, to be honest, I didn't give it that long of a look, brother. Here's the deal, man. Yeah, he had a package, I'm sure, that had some beef. But this brother's beef from his legs.
Oh, he had some good thigh meat.
He had some.
Oh yeah, he's got some beefy thighs.
So, my advice to the international wrestling community is check your thighs if you're going to wear a banana hammock.
Yes, please don't have.
Or if
like,
you wear a singlet when if you're a wrestler and you're like Mason Rook.
oh yeah,
Oh,
and
God.
Cornette calling him a human waterbed.
Okay.
Yeah.
So Jim's under fire right now. Let's
Yeah.
talk about that.
Let's talk about that. Yes,
Jim's under fire right now because he's not a fan of Mason Rook's.
he's big, he's bad. He'll body slam your dad.
So Mason Rook's is what was his former name? He had like because Mason Rooks is his NXT name.
Yeah, Mason Rooks is NXT name.
Porn star or NXT wrestler. I think that wouldn't have passed the porn star test. But no, Jim called him a human waterbed.
Yeah, basically
I had a
saying
refrigerator at one point.
Yes.
he did call him a refrigerator.
And now people are upset because Jim's body shaming this guy. And even Mason Rooks even responded, saying, thanks, Jim, blah, blah, blah. And
Will Cruz.
Will Cruz. Okay.
Will Cruz, yeah.
Do you have an opinion on Mason Rooks?
I've not seen enough of his work to give you a good opinion. I've seen a small highlight reel. He looks good, but I kind of get where Jim's coming from. Not to body shame, because that's not where I want to come from, at least on this. But I feel Jim comes from the old perspective of criticize what doesn't work, even if you don't quite know the words to say. And I think where Jim's trying to come from is he needs to lose weight for his own good, especially doing what he does. He's going to hurt himself, and he's going to have a very short career.
That makes sense because he kind of had the same mindset when he would criticize like Kevin Steen.
Yes.
Yeah. I think where he gets that from is he managed Vader back in the 90s. And Vader had that same issue with his body weight.
Mm-hmm.
He
said-
had to deal with Yokozuna.
Yes.
Yeah.
So maybe that's where he's getting it from because he saw what happened to those two particular
So he's
guys.
coming from a good place, but
He just doesn't know how to say
articulate
it in a
it.
nice way.
Yes.
Well, he has no filter, so he just says whatever the fuck comes out.
I mean, it's hard to defend that when he calls him a human waterbed.
Yeah. Yeah. And then you got these modern people
I
going,
feel like that might have been a little bit of sensationalism just because he has a podcast,
I mean, it's possible. It's fair.
Yeah.
I mean, look what happened. Kevin Owens ends up trimming up pretty good
Getting in
and
good shape.
gets in better health. And Jim's more open to praising Kevin Owens now.
Yeah, because
But-
didn't they have beef? Yeah.
But Kevin Owens is hurt and definitely hurt. And maybe if he'd have taken Jim's advice earlier, this might not have happened.
It's possible.
Didn't they have beef in Ring of Honor, like legit?
Yes.
Oh,
Yes,
yeah.
because Jim would not let him kill himself, in
Yeah.
Jim's words.
Well, they did turn it into a storyline, I know, but I think they legitimately.
There was some real life shootiness going on in those storylines with Jim and Kevin.
Well, that makes sense, yeah. But yeah, I can understand where like he's trying to be like, look, I've seen this happen to two guys I managed back then. I don't want this same thing to happen to this guy. Or
Yeah.
he maybe should have said it that way instead of bringing out the waterbed.
Jim has his own
Well,
style.
Jim is a cranky old man.
He is.
let's be
He's an
honest.
older man, so
See, I think he lost his point in his bitterness, if that makes sense.
yeah, that may be maybe his biggest Achilles heel right now. Maybe.
I can see where people would claim if they first impression of him, they could consider him bitter.
Yeah.
But he probably could give two shits.
Oh, he don't care. He can get. He always.
I don't give a damn.
That's why.
you know what?
That's why he never came back to the business.
I stay at home.
I'm in Castle Cornette. I got money.
I mean, he's never going to leave his house.
I'm not going to leave my foot. That's why I don't do conventions anymore.
Yeah, it's a
I
shame.
fucking hate people. That's Santino Morello. I fucking hate him. Get the fuck away from me.
So apparently he's redoubled on Santino Marella. He doesn't hate him anymore. It's just
He's lightened up on him a little
yeah.
bit. Well, he has a good phrase. He goes, "There's so many dumb fucks that come around. You've moved up the ladder just a little bit."
Yeah.
So
Remember
maybe
that?
there's-
Remember the shit list on that one segment?
Yeah.
This is for people I don't hate. This is for pure shit. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then when he said Vince, number one.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
want to piss on his grave. Vince Russo, if I live to see you die, I'm gonna piss on your grave.
Well,
So this is where we can.
That's why he lost a lot of that weight. He goes, I had to cut off all Bob Evans' sausage gravy because of that, because I want to
I'm
live
gonna
longer.
live till I can piss on your fucking headstone.
Yeah.
And I told my wife to put that,
I'm gonna have the nurse take me out of the nursing home.
and I told my wife if she stops me, she's out of the wheel.
Even if I'm 90 So this is where our two paths converge.
This is where it's gonna.
So the reason why we're covering both these guys today is because they're probably involved in one of the greatest wrestling angles that's real, that'll never be brought into a
Actual promotion.
Yeah.
or a debate.
probably.
Unless Vince somehow manages to drag it into JCW.
Oh God.
Well, that would involve Jim going to JCW.
No,
which,
what do you think about it? What if they just took the angle like Randy Savage did, where he just challenges him, knowing he's not going to answer? Like, think he did it in ICW.
Come on, Hogan.
so
fight
calling
me.
Jim's bluff.
Just bluff the shit out of him, knowing he's not going to
Yeah,
answer.
because Cornette is on record saying, "I will meet you in a park with no police
Well,
if I could beat the shit out of you."
Vince Russo has offered a live debate for those two to do,
I don't
and
think,
Jim turned it down.
even for so much money. Yeah,
But like they would never work in any capacity together,
no, because
like a work style. But
well,
I could see Vince just shooting on Jim weekly, just for maybe a slight ratings boost to maybe some attention.
Well, Cornette stated that he has a lifelong mission. If I see Russo again, I'm putting him in a fucking hospital. Because he said that when he left the WWF
So-
or something.
for those that probably aren't aware, we're kind of going to talk about their history together. They both met in the WWF in the late 90s.
And they mixed like oil and water.
Now, Jim has admitted at first he was kind of okay with Vince. They were both different. Like Vince was northern, Jim was southern. They had their little quirks, and then what really started causing the friction was when Vince started getting on the booking team and started bringing in his Jerry Springer-like ideas out. And Jim said that when Vince started rattling off, "Hey man, being at ringside is cool," because like Vince was like doing commentary for one of the syndicated shows, and Jim goes, "He's writing the fucking shit, and he's never been at ringside."
What the fuck?
So yeah, that's where kind of Vince was completely against all that old timey wrestling. Well, there's a famous quote: "DQ, schmeq, nobody cares."
That was like one of their first blow-ups at each
Jim
other.
said, "Man, we got 6 matches on the card. 5 of them end in DQ. Oh, DQ, schmeq, nobody cares." So, they had a completely opposite philosophy.
And that's where he dropped. He goes, "Yeah, well, I don't care because you ran your shitty goddamn video store."
Yeah. And then, of
I always
course,
talk about that video store. Jeez.
oh yeah, and they had a lot of head clashing over creative.
Yeah,
We mentioned it earlier, the Montreal Screwjob. Both men have a weird claim that they had a hand in that.
Yes,
And the other claims that the other didn't.
yes,
So-
and then whenever Russo would do a miscarriage storyline, they went at it about that.
Yeah.
And he goes, "If that was my fucking wife out there, I'd punch you in the
Well,
face."
there's that famous story where Dr. Death hurt himself in the Brawl for All. Well, the Brawl for All in some way was a sort of a setup Dr. Death to face Stone Cold.
Yeah, it was his main event push.
Well, when he got hurt, Jim went up to Vince and said, "How does it feel knowing you cost the company over $2 million in one night by getting rid of a potential, program with Steve Austin and Dr. Death?"
Yep, he would call him out on that. And then eventually led to, Cornette leaving, go to Ohio Valley Wrestling, not before leaving a voicemail for Vince Russo.
Yeah.
Well, here's his number, give him a call.
Oh, man.
And then
He actually got a restraining order put on
Yeah,
because
because Russo claimed he threatened to kill his wife or fuck his wife or something.
Threatened to kill him.
Yeah.
All he said was that I hope you know you're a miserable fuck and you cut the nuts off so many people and all that.
Oh, yeah. Especially,
No, he probably did say, "I hope you die" or something. Or
well,
he said that on a couple of times. Yeah.
I've heard him recant that and recount that. And yeah, he was not holding back.
And yeah.
I can understand maybe why Vince would be like,
I better go ahead and get a restraining
this
order.
guy might legit come kill me.
Well, yeah, I mean,
He was lucky because Jim didn't like leaving the house.
Yeah.
So if Jim liked to travel, Vince was fucked.
you were fucked. He was gonna find you. Yeah, and he's starting to do that. That original Vince Russo rant he did way back when,
In like 2000.
yeah, 2000. Speaking of ballless, gutless pricks, Vince Russo.
We encourage you. Watch these.
It's on
shoot
YouTube,
promos.
yes. Especially the one where he just outright buries him because of the email sent in TNA.
Vince doesn't do nearly as many. Jim,
Cornette does.
Jim has put it out there.
there's a whole compilation of just Jim, Barry, and Vince.
Yeah,
There is.
from their own podcast. It's a Vince Russo omnibus.
Yeah. Yeah. And even old collections of old shoot promos that Jim did with other people too. Like you get your whole plethora of Jim hating on Vince content out there. It's great.
It's all on YouTube, ladies and gentlemen.
That sniffling sack
Maybe
of
a little on TikTok.
yeah, maybe a
Yeah.
little bit. That sniffling sack of snake feces.
Yeah.
The bug-eyed, buggy whipped, trying to play wrestler.
Yeah, Jim hates a lot of people, but I think Vince Russo he hates the most.
Oh yeah, he's gone record. That's the guy I hate the most.
Or Kevin Dunn.
Well, that buck-tooth fucking beaver.
He butted heads with Kevin Dunn quite a bit.
Well, what are we gonna do about the Patriot here, guys? What are we gonna do about the Patriot?
Jim, let's worry about the Sable T-shirt spot.
No, I say, hey guys, we got enough fresh new talent. You're gonna bury this guy here on TV.
You know, Jim, I find you tiresome.
You know what I'm sick of, motherfucker? I'm sick of those bucky pony fucking teeth, and I'm gonna have the courage to pull you over this fucking table.
And beat the fuck out of you.
No, I'm no Randy Couture, I'm no Ken Shamrock, but I can whip Kevin Dunn. And I believe he said he can whip Russo's too. Like he's not a fighter, but
He's
he
younger
does.
than me, but I believe I could.
I got bad knees here, but I could whip your ass. Now fuck this fucking shit.
Jim just takes him to the ground. That way his knees aren't involved.
Hits him with a. Well, he has said if he sees Russo, he's gonna hit him with a baseball bat. Yeah,
Yeah.
I better not hear no charges pressed on me. And he even said, "I will bring you $5,000 or something." He offered to bring him money just to fuck him up. So let's just say they will not be exchanging Christmas cards anytime soon.
No, definitely not. So if we're comparing the two here, who cut a better promo, in your opinion? Jim. I think Jim.
Jim, yeah, because here's the thing, Jim
Cornette.
Jim
Yeah.
Cornette, yeah,
And these are sort of rapid fires here.
Stop it.
Who had better ideas?
Ooh, it depends on your taste in wrestling, I guess. If you like
They
that,
both had good ideas, but they both had ideas that weren't that great.
yes,
I think if we're counting the amount of good ideas, we're gonna have to go with promo. Fucking Cornette.
Yes, I think so too.
My brain is just rotting, ladies and gentlemen.
Now, sort of a part two to that. Who had the more impactful ideas? Like, whose ideas impacted the business more?
Well, I'll put it to you the way Cornette puts it, like in his time in TNA. People didn't approach Russo and go, "Hey, what should I do?" They all went to Cornette.
Yes.
right. Yeah, because Cornette was like the producer or something, you know.
Well, he was also the one with experience.
Right, he was the veteran, yeah.
I would say in that regard, yes. I think Vince has an upper hand as far as the Attitude Era goes.
Right.
I think because, like I said,
But
Vince.
Jim was involved there too. You can't give every bit of that to
Well,
Vince.
no, I'm not saying give every bit of it, but I'm saying Vince is more recognized for the highs of the Attitude Era more than Jim is.
Yeah,
Like, you don't hear people talking about Jim writing for Stone Cold and The Rock.
Jim doesn't take credit for hardly anything.
That's also very true.
That was conversed in those meetings with McMahon, Patterson, and company.
right.
Pritchard. He considered that the committee's ideas.
Hmm.
So I'd like to give Cornette a little more credit than he gives himself.
That's fair. Yeah.
Maybe he just doesn't give it. Yeah, he doesn't give himself enough credit. Who knows?
Who was better for TV?
For TV as like a character, an on-screen character, or
Yeah. Well, I would assume the
or
way.
are we talking television production?
Let's do both
okay,
because it could evolve.
I'm going to go with Jim for production. He actually has the experience where
Yes.
he ran
Yeah,
TNA for a while. Now, I think Vince has that now with JCW,
Yeah.
but up until recently, I'd have went with Jim.
Hmm. I agree. I'm with Jim on that one.
I think Russo's ideas look good when he had a high quality TV production behind him. Because when he was in the WWF, they had a great television production team that make it look.
Well, yeah,
good.
because Vince said one time out of a goof, he just wrote bring in a missile launcher army tank, and then the production team brought it to him.
Now, in WCW, if he would wrote that shit, they would have said, "What the fuck? What do we do?"
And a paper mache.
A paper mache, like fake ass, like.
But what about who was the better for being on TV, like on screen?
Oh, Jim. Because Jim, well, okay, Russo.
This one's might be a little tricky.
Depends on if Russo is writing his own character. He's got a shot at this, but Jim is good at doing his own stuff and what he's told to do.
I mean, like we mentioned before, he got Vince Russo's batshit insane ideas made a little bit of sense when he would.
This one's a little tough for me because I want to instinctively say Jim, because Jim's a better orator. I think he can explain promos. Like, look what he did. He explained all of Russo's booking stuff in TNA. I mean, that's a gold star for anybody.
Until the smart fans started shitting on Russo, though. Russo did have a good bit of momentum towards the end of his WWF run and into WCW. He had a big wave of kind of fan following.
He did. The internet fans.
Well, that's who he catered to, was the internet fans and whatnot. That's what Cornette hates too, is the fact he caters to the internet smarks, is what he says.
Well, at one time the internet fans were all for Vince Russo. Now a lot of them don't like him anymore. So,
yeah, so they turned on him. Yeah.
So with me, it's hard. I can't give a straight answer because they both bring something different.
Right.
Vince is good for watching, like, holy crap, I can't believe he said that. And granted, Jim's done that too, but Jim's more.
Or Vince is also good for the big moment, maybe the big reversal or the big controversial. Yeah.
Jim is good. He's a good on-screen authority figure.
Oh, he definitely is.
I think he was a better authority figure than Russo was.
And he was also a good manager.
Yes. Which Vince, he tried to be with the new blood, but that didn't really.
He was just an interferer.
Pretty much.
Yeah, because when he would say what Cornette said, play wrestler and all that. Yeah, that wasn't maybe very good.
Yeah.
Because the fact that he would go in there and make himself look good against like guys like Flair and all that. Yeah.
And we already hit the better manager, better booker.
Better booker. Oh,
Jim.
Man. It's got to be. Well, Jim didn't cost the company $65 million because of his booking, so.
I feel like Jim would have a more stable presence. Maybe Vince might hotshot business at first, but Jim would have a more stable presence long term.
I mean, granted, Smoky Mountain went under, but at least he tried with that.
He wasn't doing a lot of the outlandish things that
Smoky Mountain didn't go under. Didn't he just sell it off to kind of keep it from going under?
It was getting ready to go out of business. Yeah. And he sold it before it did, I believe.
Okay, so yeah, he sold it away, yeah.
Wrestling logic, I would give it to Jim, for sure.
Entertainment logic, maybe to Vince.
I think if you're going to... Vince Russo was the more ballsy, outlandish booker, I think.
Well,
ultimately, I would give it to Jim, just overall as a package. I would rather Jim book my show than Vince. But
Vince comes with drama.
And bitch slap.
Yes, and you want to make sure you're not getting a lawsuit.
Yeah, with homeless Heather and fucking toxic
I don't
shock.
think Jim would ever book bitch slap like Vince is doing with.
If you even mentioned an idea of bitch slap to Cornette, he would tell you to go fuck yourself.
Yeah, for sure. That kind of ties in with the best wrestling mind. Who was more harmful for the business?
Well, Cornette would scream it from the top of the mountain that it's fucking Russo.
Yeah.
But, I mean...
It's almost kind of like, what do you want? Do you want a guy that's going to take the business completely far left and, like, do some really controversial things? Or do you want a guy who would have the business be an old school feel with modern guys?
It may keep the business from evolving as fast as it normally would, though. That's your drawback there. That old school mentality will keep the business from evolving.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I guess
but with Vince Russo, do you want to push the envelope and go too far to where it could halt the business? So it's like, pick your poison. If I had to pick one, I guess just to play it safe with that, I would go with Jim. I think.
Yeah, Jim. Yeah.
Vince would. I feel like Vince means well. I feel like with a lot of his stuff, but I think it would end up doing more harm than good.
I feel like Coomer's probably, when he watches this, is going to be raging. These motherfuckers are just kissing Jim's ass.
He'd be more like, these mother fudgers.
I forgot. He's not cursing.
These mother fudgers.
I publicly said that I disagree with Jim on a lot of things.
But I feel like that's what he's going to feel like.
Bologna, fudge, and mustard. They're talking about that.
His ass.
I just figured out Coom could be perfect for a certain joke we were talking about off camera. I'll tell you in a minute. But he'd be like, bologna, fudge, and mustard. They're talking about this.
Yeah.
Cigarettes, dope, and bologna.
And ultimately, so the final question here would be, and we've kind of already touched on this, but if you had a wrestling promotion, you just got handed a wrestling promotion. For example, in the hypothetical situation that Rated R Wrestling actually became a promotion.
Wink, wink.
We had the money to hire one of those two guys.
Well, solely because of what we want to do,
we had to get Russo.
You have to hire Russo.
Because
Cornette would never let it happen.
Well, especially if Cornette.
Regards, yes.
If Cornette hears the premise of our promotion, he'd be like, "No."
So let me reword that. If we were just starting a blank canvas for a wrestling promotion,
we go.
Okay.
And we had the money to hire one of those two guys.
Ooh.
Who would we hire?
Damn. Oh man. I mean, maybe if we want to get wrestling on at the forefront.
But how much does it cost us to keep Brian on as a retainer to calm Jim the fuck down?
We do have to take. Well, if we get Jim, we get Brian. If we get Vince Russo, we get
Violent J.
Disco Inferno.
We get who's the guy who Jim
Ed Ferrara?
No, Vince's co-host. His last name is Lane or something like that. But you get him and the occasional Al Snow.
Oh yeah, we do. Maybe we can get.
I would pick Jim, just for one simple fact. I feel like Jim's a better talent scout.
I think so as well. Yeah.
Because if I need help trying to figure out who to bring in, I think Jim's going to give me a better idea of who we could bring in.
Yes.
Except if like we get to the point where it's like, I like this female Japanese wrestler. She's pretty good. Then we're going to have some discussion.
Jeff Lane.
Jeff Lane.
Yep. I thought we were going to say we're going to get Disco Inferno. Oh, no. Glenn Gabberty. I'd have to probably pick Jim just because he would put wrestling up at the forefront. And, you know, having to listen to Vince Russo.
Also depends.
I have no idea about that guy, but as long as it's not Dave LaGreca.
You don't like that guy?
I don't know why. I just don't like Dave LaGreca. Sorry. Fuck you, Dave.
There's another fuck
well,
you.
Well, there goes our chance to be on Busted Open.
Oh, fuck. It can't talk to Bully Ray now, so great.
Oh, well. Fuck you, Dave.
Yeah.
We weren't getting that anyway.
Yeah.
So I posed that question to you.
What?
Who would you
we
hire? Had the money. Who'd you bring?
I already said Jim. I said Jim right off the beginning.
Oh, fair enough.
Right off the tee.
There you go.
Stretch, ladies and gentlemen.
Stretch out.
Well, don't worry. We're about ready to wrap this up because we've had a
couldn't help it.
Pretty good discussion here. But yeah, ultimately my closing statement, I like both guys.
I think both guys have done some good for the business.
I think they both, as much as we've shit on some of the bad things they've done, and especially Russo, I think he's done some good stuff. And like I said, I could listen to him and Cornette talk all day. I wish one day we'd get them to verbally go head to head.
Never say
That'll
never.
probably never happen.
I would love to run a wrestling promotion where Jim's like the guy in charge, but secretly we have Vince. Right?
Hey, who the fuck's
and
that
then
back there?
We have to just hand this to Jim, be like, "What do you think about this?" It's fucking bullshit.
Yeah, fuck you, I'm out of here.
Like Attitude Era, just make this work, Jim.
Yeah,
but fuck you, I'm out of here.
I think that would be interesting if you could somehow get Vince to secret right while Jim produces.
You imagine if we had the money and people, I don't usually ask for donations, but could you imagine this? If we had a shit ton, I'm talking fuck you money.
Like shit ton money.
Could you imagine if we had enough money to book Jim and Vince in a sit down and we promoted it? That would fucking take our thing. Whew,
we'd be skyrocketing. We break the internet.
So we implore you, everyone. Let's make this happen.
Hey, send us your fucking money. If you want internet magic to happen,
podcast, they'd want to do it on one of theirs.
Oh, true. Well, I don't know.
Well, we can co-promote. We can do co-promotion.
Maybe. I don't know.
We could promote the
It's never
drive-through, and we could
happened, but
promote.
just to try to think about it and just
Jay Sharknado, Brian Last, get at us.
yeah.
If you want,
Who runs the other one?
if you want internet magic to happen, let's make it happen.
This would be bigger than, and then book it during WrestleMania weekend.
At a WrestleCon.
Oh my gosh.
That we would make.
What?
You know how much
That would
money?
outdraw All In, I think.
Oh, fuck. We would definitely outdraw TNA's recent tapings.
Oh god, yeah.
Yeah, we would definitely would. Do you know how much money we can make off that?
If there is some guy listening to this,
Fuck it,
that's
we'll
got
donate some to
fuck you
charity.
money, and you just want to burn money, get in touch with us. Let's try to reach out to Jim and Vince and make this shit happen.
Fuck it, to get on.
The guy I met in Miami that owns his own defense company. I met you at a bar at Primo's. If you see this, call me. I promise you,
Let's
we'll
talk
make you money.
Let's talk turkey, dude.
Let's talk to her.
You'd be like, what the fuck's wrestling?
But we'll see. We'll give you an update and let you know how that goes, folks. But we'll wrap it up here. We discussed Jim Cornette and Vince Russo. Leave us your opinions about
Yes.
Jim.
Your
Cornette.
very hot takes.
Yes,
Yeah,
put it
we
in the
want to hear
comments.
some spicy takes.
Yes,
there.
let us know. And,
Especially Coom.
yeah.
Forward to hear from you.
I'm
oh,
sure
yeah,
he'll
for
come up
sure.
with a PG hot take. Yeah.
Yeah. But anyway, guys, this has been episode 31 of the Rated R Wrestling Podcast. I am Aaron, a.k.a. Stud Muffin Supreme.
And I am the Rain Man. I guess Kyle today, but I am the Rain Man.
And as always, I'm Michael the Motherfucker, and this is the
Rated
Rated
R
R
Wrestling
Wrestling Podcast.
See you later, and fuck you, Dave LaGreca.
Fuck you all. Thank you. Fuck you. Bye.
We had to add that in. Bye-bye.
There you go.